Well, well, well. Guess who it is? I'm back. Happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for being here. It's great to see you all. Great to be back. Feeling a little bit better. Well, I figured, what the hey? I know I was missing you. I don't know about you guys missing me, but I sure was missing you. And we got plenty to talk about, folks. Plenty. I may be late, but I'm still going to talk about it. You know how I am. So I am super happy to be back, guys. So it is Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. March 13th, 2023. This month is flying by, folks. It's almost St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Drinking that green beer day. But yeah. Miss Mama Bear will be joining me here in a little bit. Get some things to attend to, and she'll be here a little later. You guys gotta excuse me. I am still carrying the sickness. I am better, but I'm still down with the sickness. So please bear with me, folks, and excuse me. But again, I'm going to talk about, folks. We're going to look into the new warrant breakdown that was popped up. I'm late on it, guys, because I've been sick, so I'm not going to let it be, though. Maybe we'll find something different in there that somebody else did. So what do you say we get that ball rolling, guys, and get to doing it? Sounds like a plan to me. Let's do this. Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're all having a great start to your week. Happy Monday, folks. Yep. Again, guys, please don't mind me. I am still carrying the sickness, so what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me. All these awesome meatballs in here. Thanks for jumping on into the sauce with me. See what we can spill today, folks. Always fun. Let's see who we got in here who graced me with their themselves today. Sorry, folks, I can't think either. My head's clouded. Looks like Miss April Stoll's in the house. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Oh my goodness, the lovely Mrs. Dago, my wife Brandy Mayors. Thank you so much for jumping in, my dear. It's great to see you. I miss you so very much, my love. Mrs. M, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Miss Heather, always pleasure to have you here. Let's see. The meatball roll. That's right, my dear. PPR, my brother, good to have you. Thanks for joining us today. Faux Popper, what's up, bro? Always good to see you here. He's always here, folks. Whether you see him or not, he's here. On the mic, my brother. Good to have you. Good to have you down there in the panhandle where all the heat is and the nice weather that we're not getting. Good to have you, bro. Let's see. Miss Linda DeCosta. DeCosta is having some trouble, but trying to be here, and I thank you for that, Linda. I appreciate you so much. T2014. What a pleasure to have you as well. Midnight Drifter, what's up, my brother? Something looks a little different. Did you shave? What happened? Why does Drifter look different, folks? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think we'll figure it out here soon. What's up, Strike First, little brother? Good to see you, bro. Always good to see you guys in here. Always. Anybody else here? Miss Pamela Gribbins in the house. Pamela. Welcome. There's Mama Bear. That's a good idea. I think I need to do that. Eat some more of my wife's chili, and that'll open my sinuses up some more. There's a good point there, PPR. Miss Pamela Gribbin from over the pond. Thanks for joining us. Nope, I miss you more, stupid. Nice try. Ha ha. We'll see who wins that one. All right, babe. I love you. You have a great day. And I'll talk to you soon, hon. You're blue and you have a wrench. What happened? I was sick for a couple days and all hell breaks loose. What is going down, bruh? Good golly, Miss Molly's in the house, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Our dear Molly. Much. Playing with me? I don't think so. Time to shave. I just shaved you, dork. What are you talking about? 4 minutes. I'm out. See you offline later. Yes, ma'am. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Linda, for trying. Much love. We'll see you soon. Not. Yeah, guys, I had to do it. Drift is very involved in a lot of what we do. And I feel bad. The guy got something happened. He was blocked or whatever. Was watching us, talking to himself. Couldn't do anything else. I'm not shaving my head. You're insane, bro. I am not doing it. And he's very involved in what we do. He's got a lot of input. He's here for every stream. He earned it, folks. He deserves it. So welcome to the team, Mr. Drift. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the family, and thank you for being here with us, sir. We appreciate you. Like I said, our team is growing overseas over there, the UK, folks. We got quite a few peeps. Speaking of which, I got some more stuff that we're going to be getting into here pretty quick in regards to the Miss Nicola Bully case. Me and Miss Pamela were talking this morning. I impressed myself, is all I got to say. And I know you won't, brother. I know you won't. That's why it happened. The proof, I mean, like I said, you pretty much should have just led the whole show for the Zodiac, bro. So, I mean, you being that involved says a lot to me, you know. I'm a big person about dedication, and, you know, as you see with my moderators, they're very dedicated. They do a lot for me, and, you know, plus I don't have any guys here I have a couple guys that are mods, but, like, I don't ever see them, you know. We got to level the game field. We got you and Red and Strike, and no, I think we're about even now. We're good. And Popper don't count because he's like the god of all mods, you know, because he was the first one ever. So he's here no matter what happens. Miss Kiki's Eyes, good to see you, my dear. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you're doing well. Wait, what? You heard me. You know you were the first one. You're always here, whether you're here or you're not here. So you're like the first #1 mod, you know. Even when you're not here, you're here. Keelani, it's good to see you. We've missed you. I was just asking about you the other day. Prince of the mods. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah. Yeah, because you were one of the first as well. I can't wait for the Ivan Millet case I've been studying. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one too. It's kind of, yeah, you're right. I debated on changing up, but I already had this planned. I found something last night, when I came out of my cloud for a few minutes because of these drugs I'm on. And you can hear my voice is still trashed, but I was once again analyzing video on the Nicola Bully case, and I found proof. Guys. I got Pamela reviewing it. She's already said she was going to go review it herself again. And we're going to do it, guys. I'm going to show you. I found proof to prove the point that I was trying to make. Big boy, what's up? What's up? Yes, we did miss you, Kilani. Exactly, Popper, exactly. Sorry, folks. It's coming out little by little. For those of you that didn't know, I had what's called walking pneumonia, I guess, basically. So, clearing it out. Miss Brandy's in the house. What's up, Miss Brandy? Thank you for joining us, my dear. Good to see you. Again, good to have you here, big boy. Dig a deeper dive today. That's right. That's right, Pamela. We don't let things go in here. At least I don't, folks. And I drag you guys right along with me. Unless I'm happy with the situation, it's just not going to happen. It's going to continue to go and go and go until I get some kind of satisfaction from what I'm trying to do. So, you know how it goes. Welcome, 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 Mr. Lance, Mrs. M. It is so great to have you guys here. I missed you guys so much. What has it been? 5 days, something? I lost track. And sorry, I'm a little bit off because I forgot to. I don't pay attention to my phone time or computer time too often. I still use a clock, like on the wall, you know. I'm just old school that way. And because of that, and because I'm lazy, mainly because I've been sick, I forgot to push my clock ahead an hour, my actual clock. Everything else does it automatically, right? So because of that, I was talking to Heather here a little bit ago, and she said, what time we going live, Dago? And I said, well, 11:15, 11:30, somewhere in there. Or I said 11:15, and she said, you mean in like 4 minutes? And I went, shit. Okay, so maybe around 11:30 or so. And yeah, it's like noon now, folks. So I'm way behind, but that's why I'm so behind, because I never set my clock ahead and was thinking it was 10:15 when I was looking at it. So yeah, it's whatever. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate it. I'm trying. Just got to keep pulling this stuff out. I know my head's not. That's the thing that my head doesn't feel like it's this big anymore. It's more like this now. It's still there, but good to see you guys all here. 21 beautiful people in here, guys. Please leave some DNA on that like button for me. Please, please, because I get lost sometimes and can't find you guys. I got to come out and figure out how to find you somehow. So please, please do that. Much appreciated. Come on in, folks. Grab your coffee, tea, whatever it may be. You know how it goes. Come on in, sit down, have a conversation with me. My clock on the wall is supposed to change by itself. The links with the sound, but it didn't change this time. Uh-oh. You need new batteries, Molly? Well, it's been going on forever, brother. I don't think you're going to change it unless they want you to. I mean, we don't have to live that way. We'll just be an hour off every time we talk to anybody about things or do things, but it is what it is, I don't know if it's actually going to be where they end it or if they don't end it for sure, but we'll find out, folks. I think it's going to cause problems, if anything. It's good to see you, Kiki. We've missed you. I hope you're doing okay. Everybody, welcome. It's good to have you here. Please come on in, folks. Get comfortable. Like I said, Mama Bear will be joining me here a little bit later. When she handles everything. You see, she's still in chat. Even when she's doing and handling her personal business, she's still in here, guys. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the dedication that these moderators do, that, give to me. I really can't. This channel would not run right if it wasn't for any of them. You guys understand. Please know that. And again, folks, Midnight Drifter, please welcome. him as a new moderator. Like I said, he's here all the time. He's put in a lot of effort to try to help with a lot of things. So I think he deserves it. And I appreciate that. No, they are new. It just didn't want to change, I guess. I guess that's new. You can't go wrong with modern technology, Molly, because, it doesn't work half the time. Oh, GPS, I got you. Makes sense. I hope everybody's having a great start to their week. Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Again, I've missed you guys ridiculously. Been trying to keep up with the people that I can. Sleeping, blowing my nose, coughing, sleeping, taking drugs, blowing my nose, sleeping. I haven't really been sleeping that much. I tried, doesn't work. Some of these medications don't want me to sleep. If you haven't noticed, my color is back. Probably because I'm on a steroid too, and it's making me a little flushed. So, my beautiful color, my beautiful complexion. I'm just kidding. You guys know I'm not anything nowhere near that vein. Oh, I'm sorry, Kiki. I hope it gets better. I'd really like to see it get better. Thank you, Heather. Much appreciated. You guys know what to do, and you know what these are. So go for it if you feel like it, folks. I appreciate you for it too. Just so you know. So once again, guys, I know I'm way late on this because I've been sick. Okay. Everybody else, all the other channels have been taking this whole search warrant thing, the breakdown, going over it all bit by bit here and there and talking about this, that. So we're going to do it too. And I do things a little bit different than everybody does. You know that. I pick things apart. We look for different singular things that might be involved in the paperwork in there. And that's pretty much how we're going to do it, guys. Just going to pull it apart piece by piece and look at it. I'm not reading it. I just had this conversation with Heather. I am not reading all 769 pages of this thing. That's insane. I ain't crazy, folks. We'd be live for the next 3 days. It's not going to happen. So we're going to find the pieces and parts that are important, in my opinion. And I'm sure you guys will mostly agree because of the things that we've talked about. And we're going to go through those parts and we're going to pick it apart and see what we can find, guys. And maybe, just maybe, we can find a little something to throw into our think tank and mix it up and pull something out of it at the end of it, guys. You never know. Welcome, Miss Christie. It's so good to see you. I know she did. She read every bit of it, and God bless her. There's no way, guys. With my ADHD, I'd go halfway through it and run. She read every bit of it. You got to have some serious patience for that. That's insane. But that's why we love Mama Bear, because she does stuff like that. And that's why I am successful in a sense, because she does things like that to help with us. So again, that's why Mama Bear is so one of the reasons why she's so important, folks. She's amazing. You're slow today, PPR. Do you need new batteries, bro? What's up? Hello, Miss Christie. Thank you for joining us, my dear. It's good to see you. Any of you that haven't been here in a while, it's great to see you guys back. We miss you guys when you're not here. I get worried. Where'd everybody go? Why is everybody not here? Where's all my peeps? I got all these little meatballs rolling around all I call family, and I don't see some of them. Like, that makes me nervous, you know? And don't worry about being slow, PPR. You're absolutely fine, my brother. Get it out. All of this because my granddaughter likes to hang all over me. I already told her. She knew I was sick. She come over. She was sick still too, of course. Exactly, PPR. That's what it is. That's what my dream team. I have, in my opinion, I'm nothing about, I'm not talking bad about your team, brother, because you got a great team. I have the best on YouTube between my moderators, the team members we have overseas in UK, Miss Pamela, everybody. I mean, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. There's nothing I can say. I go on and on about this every time I'm live. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing it, but I can't not talk about it. I have the best people, and I am super proud to be part of this, As I tell them all the time, I'm not your boss. This is your channel as well. We all do this together. Welcome, Miss Kim. It's good to see you. How you doing up there in Buffalo? Cold as snow like it is here. We got 2 inches on the ground. We haven't had winter all year. Now all of a sudden we have it at the end of the winter. Awesome, right? I agree, PPR. We're both very lucky to have the people we do and each other as friends, Thank you, Ms. Heather. For those of you that have not seen nor heard, we do have our new social media platforms that we have put out there for you guys to check out. We have a TikTok rolling right now. Miss Brandy takes care of that for the most part. We got a Facebook page. For those of you guys, please follow, check it out. We have an Instagram as well. Miss Heather handles a lot of that stuff. But please, guys, please go check them out. Follow. Little by little, they'll start to grow and get, all our stuff on them and all that. But please check them out. And again, guys, I'm sorry, Kim. COVID is not fun. I thought that's what I had. I guess not. I had more along the pneumonia line. So I had wind damage and I had to get that taken care of. I had my grandkids here and I don't get my phone and kids are here. Oh, I got you. No, I understand, Kiki. If you got the grandkids there, that's a good thing because there was an issue with that, if I remember. So I'm happy to hear that. Yes. Prayers and good vibes coming your way, Kim. Hopefully he gets better soon. Where are we at here? Yeah, Crazy Girl does do some great stuff over there, for sure. They all do. I'm working on it, Kim. I'm getting better, little by little. I'm trying. I still sound like shit, but what are you gonna do, guys? I'm trying. Sorry, guys. Some of this stuff sounds bad and it's gross and all that. I can't. I gotta be able to breathe, But thank you for asking, Kim. I really appreciate that. Well, looks like we got a little bit. Seems everybody might be in here. There'll be more people coming. If they do, then they'll be here. Again, like I said, I hope you guys are all having a great start to your Monday. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. Again, I miss you guys ridiculously, as I always do. Only the 2 I was raising. Oh, okay. I got you, Kiki. I'm sorry. Misunderstood. Yeah, Crazy Girl is awesome. She absolutely is awesome. What's going on? Why is this not working? Come on. Never fails. Never fails. Open, says me. Please. What is the password? Dang it. Open, says me, please. It actually worked. Sorry, folks. Don't mind me, I'm talking to myself. Yeah, that's how I do it here too. PPR with Mama Bear and Heather. It makes it easier on a lot. Both ways. That's right. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. You're part of that, my brother. So that's all I can say about that. And you're part of what makes it that way too. All right, let me see here. Bear said. And yep. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it, Kim, because everybody in here is so amazingly caring and loving, and it is what it is. Great big, like I said, an amazing family, and I love each and every one of you guys for being here, for doing what you do to support my channel, for making me who you have made me with this channel, and for building this channel into what it is for yourselves, because it's your channel. So either way, you can't go wrong, folks. Not at all. All right. Thank you, Caden. And Mr. Caden is home. They don't have a school again today for some kind of a professional day or whatever you want to call it. Who knows? Uh-oh. What's this, Mr. Caden? Oh, and guess what, folks? The progress report came in today. How about that? You need to work on that one, bud. All right.
We already knew about that.
What's up, Transporter? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for jumping in. Life, love, and true crime. Good to see you too. It's with a C, Molly. But Molly said hi, Caden.
Hi, Molly.
I can barely keep up on my YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. No way. I could do another one of these. These ladies have super. Yeah, I know. I got you, Molly. We're going to look at another one today because I found one and I even uploaded it, folks. It's called Yik Yak. And it is one of the things that's in the documentation we're going to be going through. I've been checking it out. And unfortunately, I can't find anything. We're going to have one of those here. I can't do them all the time every Friday, guys. Mrs. M said, hi, Caden. Hope you have a great day.
I hope she's having a good day, too.
Yeah, no, it's okay, Molly. It's okay. You ain't going to hear me sing. Not for a long time with my voice the way it is. No.
Yeah, I can't sing right
now. He's sick, too. He's not as bad as I was, but he's getting there. Or he's getting over it.
Yeah, I got to get my voice back.
But like I said, I can't do those. It does sound funny, doesn't it? Yik yak. That's what I said. That's what Mama Bear said too. We were talking the other day in the Discord, and we were looking at. She was reading this thing. She's like, "What the hell is yik yak?" I said, "I have no idea what the hell you're talking about." And that's another one. I even asked Caden because he's 16. You figure they know all of the social platform stuff, and it's like, nope, never heard of it. All right, Miss Brandy, thank you for that. I wanted to know if Yik Yak covers knitter along with Twitter. A little bit of the sitters with the flitters and whatever. There's all sorts of stuff in the jitters, So be it. But I downloaded it, guys, and you got to be within a 5-mile radius of who you're talking to or what you're posting to the person about. It's kind of stupid, but it was popular, I'm guessing, because it's in this packet of paper we're going to go through. It's safer that way, Kiki. It's easier when you only have one thing to look at, because I'm telling you, I get twisted and turned and flipped and flopped inside and outside and upside down, every which way I got to go trying to figure out. I got so many things to take care of to look at social media platforms. That's why these moderators are doing what they're doing as much of it, because there's no way I can't even keep up with YouTube, let alone all these other ones. I'm pretty cool with keeping up with Twitter for the most part, but I'm still lacking on that. I mean, Heather will tell you, so I can't, and so will Popper. I have to call him and be like, hey, what's going on Twitter? Because I have no idea. I don't follow it. A lot of it I don't follow because I don't like the drama that's going through it all the time. But if there's something juicy on there, I'm like, hey, what's new? Or if it will cover Fritter, Tweet It, Kizzy2, or 2, Stella Twidge, Harpy, Fenice, Tweet Tray, they are all Twitter clients. That's crazy, Molly. That's crazy. Like, I think they just need to break it down and have one here and one there. You forgot 4chan, because that's another version. Isn't that a break off of Twitter as well? I thought. I was pretty sure it was. Twitter is the bathroom stall of the world. Yes, it is, Drift. Yes, it is. I know you changed your name, but I'm going to continue calling you Drift because that's who I know you are, how I know you. So, it's all right. Don't worry about that, Pamela. It's okay. Whatever way you got to do things, my dear, you know that. Whatever way works best for you. Speaking of which, let me see something here. Give me one moment, folks. I thought Twitter was like a break, or I'm sorry. I thought that 4chan was a sub platform of Twitter. I mean, I'm probably wrong because I told you guys I don't know, but that's what I thought it was. That's how I thought it was explained to me. I'm sorry if I'm wrong though. That's how I heard it. Like I said, I'm probably wrong. I followed on Facebook. I followed now. Good deal. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. I don't hate Twitter. I just hate the lies. Yeah, that's the biggest thing right there, Lance. That's one of the reasons why I backed off of Twitter. And Popper knows it just got so dramified, and it was like, good God, this one's doing this, and that's this, and that, everything else. Sometimes I get in there and I'll throw a comment out or post something, but very rarely. And I just get a hold of him. I'm like, what's this all about? And what's going on now? And, he keeps me up to date and it works out for me. So there's just so much with it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't really even mess with my Facebook very much anymore. In the past 2 years, I'm going to say. Yeah, I've really like lacked on Facebook a lot just because I don't know, it's time consuming. You can get wrapped in that. Mrs. Dago, that's a whole different story. She lives on Facebook, guys. She loves it. She's always in there doing something. Well, she's not at work. She's not here, at home busy. She's on Facebook doing something. So can only imagine what we'd have done before all these things, right? That's right. Thank you, Miss Heather. Guys, please, if you haven't, okay, we got 27. We're about to get rolling. We got some peeps jumping in. Good deal. Thanks for joining us, guys. If you're not in the chat and you're just out there lurking, I appreciate you either way. Again, guys, leave some DNA on that like button. Please, please, please. Again, don't forget to leave some comments after the show today because that is the way YouTube wants it. Leave the DNA, like the button on the like button. Sorry about that. Share it out, guys. It's another one. Big time for that algorithm with YouTube. They want you sharing this out. Share it out, like it, talk about it, throw it up, flip it around like a pizza, whatever you want to do with it, guys. But leave me some comments in the after show afterwards if you could, please. I appreciate that so much. And that should do it. There's Red. Where you been, bro? I ain't seen you in a while. Good to see you. We've missed you. It looks like we got everybody in here now. Good to have you guys. I got you some company too, Red. Drift is a mod now too, so you won't be so lonely and all these women around here, Miss Liza, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Heather is absolutely awesome. That is correct, PPR. No, I understand, Kiki. That's pretty much how my wife is too. She loves it. So, all right. Absolutely, that's correct, Lance. We are so lucky to be surrounded by all these beautiful ladies. But like I said, need a little more testosterone around here and there, Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. So, folks, here's the cover page of this book that we have here. In the matter of the application for a search warrant. And this is where it starts. 769 pages, everybody. It is so much. Again, that's why we're not going to do it all. We're just going to kind of scan through, go through this, that, and everything else. And see what we can come up with, guys. And like I said, little by little, we'll pull some things out, throw them in that there think tank blender. Once we get it all out there and together, we can blend it all up and see what we can find. Because I'm telling you, that's why I do it the way I do it, because that's how you find the things that you want to find. Absolutely, that would be you, Miss Brandy. You know better than that. Inside and out. All you guys are. All right, let me check all them noises my phone be making. Let's see. Never fails. I knew it. One moment, everyone, please. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Doctor's checking on me. Welcome, Green Eyes. Good to see you. Doctor, give me the news. I gotta. Good song, bro. Now it's in my head all day. Thanks for that. Good to see you, Green Eyes. Thanks for joining us, hon. I hope you're doing okay. We've missed you. Looks like everybody's here. The gang's all here. The family's together. Good to go. So, as I said, yeah, this was set. The order to seal, as you can see, in the District Court of the Second Judicial District of the state of Idaho, and in for the county of Latah. Sorry. In the matter of the application for a search warrant, Apple Incorporated, 1 Infinite Loop. That's the address, but that was for the phone, obviously. And again, that's correct, Heather. I forgot about that for a minute. I hope you guys are down and ready for tonight. Tonight, guys, we are going into episode 11, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry about that. We are covering the true story behind the movie Wolf Creek, guys, Down Under. We're going to talk about the knife that they used for some nasty things. But anyway, I hope to see you guys there tonight. Should be a good show. Definitely a crazy story, but very interesting. Wolf Creek. That's right, Lance. Thank you, Miss Heather. Appreciate you, dear. So, and again, guys, I cannot read through all this, so bear with me. It said that this matter came before the court February 10th, 2023 on the court's motion to seal or redact pursuant to ICAR 32. The hearing was held via Zoom. William Thompson Jr., Ashley Jennings appeared on behalf of the state, and Taylor appeared on behalf of Kohberger. So they were trying to seal a bunch of this stuff up so that nobody could see it. You know what I mean? Or use it, guys. I mean, that's not cool. We needed to see what was going on. For sure. Yes, thank you for that, Heather. I appreciate it. I literally did forget about that until just right now, guys. But order stealing search warrant and related documentation. Again, like I said, Apple Incorporated. This had to have been for the phones or any other type of, obvious device. I'm going to venture to say just the phone. And let me see. And it says the court does hereby confirm an order that the affidavit for search warrant, including any exhibits, search warrant return of search warrant, including the inventory of items seized and order are confidential, exempt from disclosure, and are sealed pursuant to Idaho Court Administrative Rule, blah, 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 for the reasons stated in said motion until February 27th, 2023. Obviously, it's been unsealed. We knew about that already. Or for the court, or, whichever occurs first. So, and this was November 28th of 2022 that it all got sealed, and it's been unsealed since 27th. So, I didn't know that they had to have a court hearing to do that, though. That's kind of interesting to know. Let's see. For an order stealing search warrant related documents, including affidavit for search warrant, including any exhibits, right? Okay. Now, this is interesting here. And pay attention to some of these things, guys, because some of these things are really interesting to talk about. Well, you don't need to see my face. Let me see here. Let's go back to that. Hold on, guys. I'm going to bring this up for you a different way. Hopefully, it'll show more. Let's see how this works now. There we go. It looks exactly the same. That was kind of stupid. All right. Bloof. There. A little bit better. All right. So, again, disclose the inventory of items seized and order filed herein, because release or disclosure would, one, interfere with enforcement proceedings. Give me my glasses, please. Constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. Disclose the identity of a confidential source. That's kind of interesting because we have talked about that. And disclose investigative techniques and procedures. And the state seeks this protection for a minimum of 90 days or until such time as the investigation is concluded and or charges are filed. Whereof the state respectfully prays that the court seal from public disclosure and affidavit for search warrant, return of search warrant and order herein under the provision of Idaho Court Administrative Rule, blah, 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 blah. Respectfully submitted on the 28th day of November of 2022. You are beautiful, Brandy. Stop it. Absolutely. And if you make me say it again, then you're going to make me mad. Because you know you are. 100%. You all are. All right. So now this went into court on the 10th of February of this year, obviously, to seal or redact pursuant. So this is a redaction of all the things that were in there. They were trying to seal off other stuff that they didn't want. You know, you guys understand it all. So let's see. Now this is here. This is about, like I said, the phone. I'm going to gather phones. And we're not going to do that in that. There's so many pages, guys. There's got to be. Yeah, there's one for each. Okay, back up here a little bit. Coeur d'Alene Police Lab, Forensics Lab. Okay. And the reason why we're doing this is there's certain things the prosecution needed to seal it. Now let's see why. That's right. Thank you very much, Miss Liza. There's certain things, like I said, that are going to be more important than others. And that's what we're looking for, guys. Look at all these things here in the matter of the search warrant for the Coeur d'Alene Police Forensics Lab. Now, what I don't understand, including inventory of items seized, but not Kaylee's, right? What is your question, Nikki? I don't understand. Not Kaylee's what? Constitute an unwarranted. Okay. Why? Well, this one was a little bit off throwing to me because isn't that where they were from? Was Coeur d'Alene? And where, like Molly, you're in here. Where is that at, Molly? As compared to Moscow. I was muted that whole time. My apologies, guys. But yeah, I knew that Jack was from how do you say it? Coeur d'Alene. Sorry. Xana was from there too. Coeur d'Alene. Ayana Shu, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Great to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Did I say that? I hope I pronounced your name right. I hate slaughtering people's names. Inanna Shu? That's interesting. I love that name. Inanna or Inanna? Either way, I love it. About 84 miles away. Okay. Inanna says, hey, y'all, and welcome. Inanna. That's awesome. I love it. Welcome, by the way, Inanna. Everybody, welcome Miss Inanna to the stream. It's great to have you here, Inanna. So this one was interesting to me. I've seen other channels that were covering this, and I've been watching them, throughout the days and stuff. But that I was curious as to why there was something from the forensics lab in Coeur d'Alene. I knew how to say that. I don't know why I was not pronouncing it right. I've said it before. Excuse me, guys. Why that had to be sealed? I mean, that's why, And it made me wonder, was it something to do with Jack? Was it something to do with Xana specifically? Or what was it, And then we moved on down to Amazon. What was ordered from Amazon that they didn't want anybody to know about? Well, it could have been a number of things, folks, like a knife. I heard in one stream somebody say a knife sheath to replace. I think it was Stevie and Dan over at Publicly Buzzed talking about replacing the knife sheath that he had lost or left at the scene. Or they, whoever it is that left it there. Did the knife come from there, or knives? Because at this point, guys, there's a very grand possibility that there was more than one weapon, in my opinion. Again, something I wanted to bring up to you guys today. I was thinking about that over the weekend. I'm never, ever going to let go until they prove to me that there was not another person or other persons, something sharp. Yes, Molly, something sharp. That's right. Didn't necessarily have to be a knife per se, but some form of something sharp. But yeah, I'd like to know what it was that was ordered from Amazon. I really would. When we're going to find that out. Someone, I think, or okay. Yeah, I think it was Drunk Turkey. Thank you, Inanna. I think Daniel over at Drunk Turkey was showing that receipt. So, like I said, it was either the well, for both the knife and the sheath. So, again, does that mean that was the original? So that's the way I was thinking about this, folks. Is like, did he have one already, or did they have one already, and then order another one? Something to think about, isn't it? Or what's the deal, Let's see here again. Amazon. Return of search warrant. I, Detective Lawrence Mowry, the offer by whom this warrant was executed, do certify the appended inventory contains a true and detailed account of all property taken by me or other officers pursuant to this warrant, and that this warrant and property have been duly returned before Judge Megan Marshall December 14th. So, what does that say, folks? 1 hour and 29 minutes of Coeur d'Alene to Moscow, Idaho. Oh, yeah. 80, Molly said 85 or 87 miles, so it's not too far. So we got, I have received an email from Amazon which contained the requested information, and inventory was prepared for all the items received. Good to know. And here it is, guys. Boom. Kabow. A K-Bar full-size U.S. Marine Corps fighting knife. Bingo. And there is the serial number and everything, guys. Receipt and inventory. Leather sheath, USMC logo. There it is. Welcome, Miss Michelle. Good morning to you, and how are you? So we now know that the knife or knives came from Amazon. The date on this, Inanna, November 26th, 2022. Now, that's the date that he received this. I'd like to see if there's a date for purchase, a date of purchase. Let me see. 1, 2, third page. No, wait a minute. The 14th day of December. I was wrong, guys. I'm sorry. Back up. November 26th at 3:32 p.m. The following piece. Oh, no. That's when the warrant was issued. So, no, I don't see. It doesn't show a date of purchase on here, though, does it? Oh, wait a minute. No. Not yet, at least. I don't see that. I'm a-looking. Inanna. Sorry, it's Inanna shoe. Inanna shoe. That's pretty, though. Like, what nationality is that, if I can ask, Inanna? 11/26, it was issued. 12/14 were results released. Right. I'd like to see, Nikki, that I have, but I'm trying to see if I can find. I'd like to see if they would show a date of purchase. That was filed December 15th. Hold on. Wait, is therefore ordered to deliver or... Well, this is how they knew exactly what knife it was. At least we know that. It is very pretty, I know. That's what I was wondering. Native American. That makes sense. Absolutely beautiful. Again, welcome, Inan. It's great to have you here. I wish it would give us a date of purchase. That would be interesting to know. Oh, okay. K-bar fighting knife. K-bar full size. Straight edge knife. Okay, where are we at here? I don't see any date of purchase. Unless it was redacted. Because there's certain things in this that are still not allowed, but... How the officer knew to ask Amazon for those items, I'm lost. Well, I mean, I think it was, they obviously had found some type of a receipted records, maybe through phone. If they went through his phone and then they put 1 and 2 together, maybe sales period of January 1st of 2022. Where'd you find that out? I didn't see that. See, that's why you're who you are now, Drift. The things that I miss, you guys will find. There it is, right there. January 1st of 2022 to present. Thank you, Drift. Yeah, they obviously have the receipt itself. So it could be anywhere between that time till now, obviously. Turn it down. They had probable cause based on what? Probably the type of wounds that they were, I would guess, Liza, but I don't know yet. I'm sure that's going to come out during the trial. Electronic records were produced within a data file within software can export without loss. Text down. Okay. I did before I even started, Mama Bear. You already know. Can you guys tell? She knows what she's worth to me. And then some. She's getting it. I know she's getting a kick out of this too, watching me struggle with all this. Because she's quick at finding these things. I'm not. Oh, are you back? This is too funny, you guys. She's probably going insane because of the way I'm doing it, and she would do it differently. This is too funny. Miss me yet? Funny lady. And there it is. And the sheet that was found. Yeah. The receipt is in this info. I'm not sure if it is or if it's not, Liza. That's the thing. I was hoping it was, but so they asked Amazon for the sales record for those. The link is in chat, Mama. For those 2 types of K-bar from January 1st, right?
Got it. Waiting on you.
You're there.
Hi.
So how bad was that driving you nuts?
Oh, I just caught a second of it, and I was like, you missed me yet?
You know that I do. I did before I even started. So that, yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, Drift. I was hoping there'd be an actual date of purchase in here, but you can't, like, that's generic in my opinion from January 1st to present. So who knows? Thank you, Heather. Yes, guys, please be sure to tip our lovely co-host, Miss Mama Bear. Again, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you so very much. And yes, I missed you before I started. Like I said, I always do when you're not here. I'm completely lost, and everybody knows that. They can tell by the way I about everything.
So where are we at? What are we talking about?
We're only at the Amazon stuff about Amazon with the K-bars. I was trying to find a date of purchase on here, and I can't.
So this is my opinion, just because I've looked through the documents. Huh?
Sorry,
you went robotic on me for a sec.
I know, my stupid internet. That doesn't narrow it down to a specific date for a date of purchase. I don't know if we're going to get that or if that's something that they're going to hold on to. You know what I mean?
Right. So throughout the entire document, they request information from Amazon, from Blue Ridge Knives, eBay, and was there another one? Seems like there was another one. Hold on.
Walmart, wasn't it?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think it was Walmart. So, does that mean that there was multiple weapons?
Either there was multiple weapons or they don't know where he got it from. They just know that he purchased it. So they're trying to get all of each company's sales records from the January 1st of 22 to the end of 22, basically.
Okay.
To see if they can match up.
Right. Red just said leaving the stream roll, but in and out. They knew he says they knew what to look for because they had that sheath. But that's a standard. That sheath is standard for that knife. And that knife was standard at multiple facilities, right?
Right. And that's what I told my husband last night. I was like, if he really did this, whoever did it, like they picked the one knife that is the most accessible
knife
there is.
Exactly. Yeah, because back in the beginning, I think I remember, I don't know if I did it live with you guys or not, but I looked it up and found it like in multiple places. I think we did a little bit on that, and I showed it to you guys. Yeah, I found it on Amazon twice, 2 different versions of that one. I found an even bigger one. I also found Walmart. I found it at Gander Mountain. I found it at another like outdoors type place. And there was another place that I had found it at too that I didn't expect to find it out. And I can't remember. I wrote it down and I don't have that notebook with me right now. But yeah, Drift is saying it's the most common combat knife in the United States. And it's considered, combat meaning a fighting knife is what they put down, guys. So yeah, I think most military outlets kind of like give that knife to soldiers for when they do what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think anywhere that has any type of hunting or anything like that, that knife's going to be readily available.
Right. Gander Mountain, places like that. Bass Pro Shops and stuff. That was the other place. Bass Pro Shops was the other place.
Yeah.
That I had found it. So, again, but that begs the question, like, did they do it that way because they were doing like what you just said, or was there, because I've been thinking now since all this other crap came out over the weekend and before that, again, if there's another person involved, I used to have one too, Brandy, that there was more than one weapon. And Molly said a sharp object as the secondary weapon, possibly not necessarily the same type of knife. Do you know what I mean?
Because it could be, because I did notice, like with Amazon, they had 2 specific ASIN numbers.
Right.
And I pulled those up and I kept
did
screenshots of them.
I think they're right here, aren't they? Where'd it go? Right. Right there. B001H53Q6M, and then so that to me, is that 2 knives or is that 2 versions of that knife?
No, the first ASIN is the knife. The second one is for the sheath.
The sheath. I'm sorry, that was stupid. Okay,
it's okay.
Again, guys,
I'm really trying to figure this out.
I'm coming out of all of these drugs. I'm serious, guys. The stuff they put me on made me goofy as all hell. I couldn't have been live. I'd have been live in somebody else's stream, not knowing what I was doing. I was goofy for a while. Hold on one second. I guess Nikki said she found something that she just emailed us. So let me see.
Okay.
Hold on.
Careful. Yeah.
That's why I took it down. Thank you.
Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Thank you though thank you for keeping me on my toes. So okay. Okay.
Well, Drift, I don't.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Nikki.
They don't have the knife.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That we know of.
So, yeah. So.
Okay, that's the affidavit for probable cause. Docket number, date. That was the affidavit put out for probable cause. Okay. When they filed their complaint on it, but it does it give it down there? No. If that's what you were sending me was like a date of purchase, it doesn't show that on here, I don't think. Docket number, okay. Date filed was December 30th. And I can't read. Hold on.
That's hard for me to read.
Yeah, I'm gonna put these back on my face.
Assisting the Moscow Police Department, Idaho State Police, and Federal Bureau of Investigation with a criminal homicide investigation. On the same date, Bryan C. Kohberger was taken into custody in Chestnut Hill Township, Monroe County, Pennsylvania, based upon an active arrest warrant for murder in the first degree. Issued, okay.
No, it doesn't give.
That doesn't
you're fine, Nikki. I appreciate it. I just Believe me, by all means, any help that's why we're doing this right now. We're going through whatever we can. We are going to be. Whoa. Okay. That was weird. We're going to be here for a little while doing this. I'm not going through everything piece by piece, but these are the important things like the weapons and stuff that I want to know about, so on and so forth. So I appreciate what anybody's doing, any one of you guys. So thank you very much. The second ASIN number is for the leather sheath. You're right. 7-inch blade in brown leg. Okay. It's in the email. Was there more than just this affidavit, Nikki? Because that's the only thing I saw. Let me go back and see if there's something else then. Oh, wait. See, it says the purchase date. It implies the date of purchase regarding the price of evidence spawning a. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. No, that was the fax date. The price of evidence. Oh, there it is at the very bottom. Okay. Hold on, folks. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Again, thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. Hold on, guys. It's at the very, very bottom. And quite hard to see if you're not really looking for it at that specific spot. Right here. Price of evidence spawning a warrant to search further, October 4th of 2022. So he bought that a month beforehand.
Yeah. So the only thing is they just don't know where at this point until, I mean, they've got to go through all of his financials and they'll figure it out and match it up with what they get from
right
all of the stores. But like Blue Ridge Knives, they sold just in March of 2022, 360 units. And then in June, they sold 480 units.
So it's a needle in a haystack trying to figure out. Unless you got it on camera, or typically, I'm going to venture to say it was ordered.
Yeah.
Most people don't go to a brick and mortar to buy things like this anymore, and it is what it is. So, unless
if it was on eBay, I'm not sure because I haven't done anything or dealt with eBay in a long time, so I don't know how much. I mean, I'm sure there's electronic record of it,
right? And that's what I was.
Somewhere.
I'd venture to see like his phone would have a receipt from Amazon of a delivery or whatever, then that would, or you know what I mean, or where if it was ordered from, I don't know what that Blue Ridge place is like, but if it's a place you order online, then that's my thought. But thank you for the help, because you see, guys, I'd be standing on my head right now if she wasn't in here. And thank you for that very much, Nikki. I appreciate that, because I'd have still been looking for it. I don't even know where you found that. I don't think I want to know. I just thank you for that. Anyway, it implies so October 4th is roughly around the point where he got it. We don't know exactly where he got it from yet, but it's cold in here.
Right.
But, hold on, guys. I got to turn my heat up. It must have got colder outside. 1 second. So he allegedly and maybe planned it a month ahead of time. And that was the point behind why I was asking that. Inanna, by the way, Mama Bear, Inanna Shu is new. Welcome her.
Well, hello, Ina, and thank you for being here.
And Inanna, this is Mama Bear, my lovely co-host. Actually, I'm her co-host, I always say, but since it isn't their case, they had to reference it somehow, right? Okay. Now that makes sense. We're shooting everywhere, hoping to get results, apparently. And like I said in the beginning, folks, and if you remember this, I think we all felt like they were kind of lost in the beginning of this. Remember?
Hey, Lance.
That's why it's cold. It's only 68 in here. What the hell?
Yeah, what's up?
Usually PPR.
Yes, Mama Bear does run the show. That's a fact. I am extremely grateful and eternally grateful to her. She knows that. I pronounce my love for what she does for me on a daily basis. She knows. I'm sure she's tired of hearing it. All right, so that one, and I'm keeping that too. Thank you very much, Nikki. I appreciate that once again. Okay, back to where we were, if I can. Here it is. Okay. and bring that back to you guys once again. And guys, thank you so much for being patient with me through all this. But I want to be able to give you guys everything I can the way, the right way. And like I said, the reason why I do things like this and we do what we do is I like to break everything down piece by piece by piece to see what puzzle pieces, quote unquote, we can find to put together, because that's how we find the things we do all the time. Every time we've done this, guys, we end up in some kind of a think tank and we figure something else out. That's why I like to do it like this. So,
hi, Liza. Hi, April.
It is time consuming in some sense, and that's why I said we're not going through all this, but we were trying to figure out. It's okay, Red. I'm confused. I don't even remember my name sometimes right now. I wanted to figure out the date of purchase as to like what Liza had said about the oh my God. The pre-planning per se. I forgot the word I was going to say. Drip says, how did Bryan know them? That's another thing we're going to get to.
Yeah. That's not really sure.
I think he went there for them. He started following them on Instagram in the summer. Now, I brought something I think I brought it to your guys' attention. Bear is thorough and organized. Dago has been sick and all NyQuil up, though, so we don't hold it. Well, thank you very much, because, you guys just don't understand what I've been on. They gave me this new stuff. It's some kind of a expectorant. It's like a prescription. Hold on. The dog is quacking.
I'm hearing. Poor Oscar.
Go get some water. Hurry up. It's around the corner. Are you confused again? Okay, you're fine. All right. Anyway, it's like a Robitussin, and it's super concentrated in its prescription. Turn that down. So it's been like knocking me for a loop. I'm not lying. I was watching a movie the other night. What is today? Monday? Saturday night.
Monday.
And I remember the beginning of when they open up and you show you the credits, and I would watch the first 10 minutes. And the next thing I know, we were 2 movies later. So yeah, I was way gone, guys. Sorry. I was lost completely. She's looking. But yes, thank you guys for understanding. But I am getting better. What's up, Mike?
Hi, Mike.
2 peas in a pod. Yeah. So, like I said, I couldn't do this without her, guys. Especially not while I'm sick. It makes it worse. No purple drink. No. Oh, it's okay, Liza. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'm here. That's all I can say. I'm here. Okay, so we're done with that part, I believe, now that we have that part to figure out. So I would like to know, same with what Liza had wanted to know, was the premeditation, like how far back did it go? And as I had brought out to you guys last week, I had said, I came up with the, all right, now thank you for joining us. It's good to have you here. Hope to see you again.
Hi.
The fact that Jesus, the fact that when I had mentioned to you guys that I thought Enan Harsh was kind of, it was kind of interesting that he moved in next door in August, and then we started seeing that Kohberger's phone started pinging at the end of August. I thought that was kind of coincidental, in my opinion, and I don't take coincidences lightly, that. So it just was off to me. Okay, so, and then we got August, September, and October. So somewhere in that period of time, the premeditation started on this. I'd like to find out somehow what interaction actually happened and how to ensue this to cause this to want to, for somebody to want to do this. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that's that's a lot to say to get that out, but I'm just trying to come up with it.
Honestly, after going through all this, I think I ended up, or I know I ended up with more questions and no answers. So.
Yeah, we got it coming too, Mike. We're getting dumped on with snow again today. Thank you, Heather.
We got snow too.
All right, so.
And Red, that's a possibility, but.
What did Red say? He could have bought it with that. Well, and see, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Did he buy it without intent? Because he doesn't seem like a K-bar knife type person that's going to walk around carrying that. He's more of the, I'm going to go buy a Dungeons and Dragons starter book and we're going to start playing that. That's what but I can't prejudge somebody based on these things. That's a thing.
Right.
Liza,
he
was the officer, wasn't he? I believe that's what it said here. Hold on. Detective Lawrence Mowry.
Yeah, detective. I couldn't remember if he was one of the attorneys or officers.
The ID doc gives you more questions than answers. Right. Well, maybe like the obsessed stalker that unalived the Oscar girl recently. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you guys see that? By the way, that girl that she had a podcast that she ran, and there was a truck driver guy that was following her, and like you guys follow me, and got very stalkerish with her over a period of months, and drove from Texas to Washington and unalived her husband and her, and then unalived himself.
Wow.
Just from watching her podcast. And it was like crazy, guys. So be careful. That's all I can say. Like, that was insane. And she'd even filed for a protection order against him, stating that, his actions lately became a little bit unnerving and got a little bit offhanded and off center, and like she was nervous and worried about this, and like he came in, and so we gotta, there's some people out there, guys. You got to be careful. That's all I can say. I can't remember the name of the podcast. It was something that had to do with like work, finding like. What'd you say?
I said I don't remember either.
Yeah, it was some kind of like a work-related thing or something, how to find jobs or something like that. He was separating his trash into baggies while wearing gloves at his parents. That's what he was doing when the door was kicked in.
Yeah.
He was standing yeah, exactly. Standing in his kitchen counter, separating garbage into bags. So, I mean, if that doesn't speak guilt, what does?
Right.
I mean, I don't do that on a regular basis. I don't know about you guys, but what else says I'm guilty as shit,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Nikki's right. She was getting up to 100 calls a day in one day, and 20 voicemails a day too. They're all threatening.
Jeez Louise.
She said it was some type of a tech support. Okay. But still, this is insane, guys.
Yeah.
There's some people out there that you got to watch out for. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. Back to where. You okay there? All right. So, electronic records, storage, those records holds text data. Okay, relating to training. Okay, so that has even been taken as like the text data from include field descriptions, account number, day, prescription, pay, e-pay, or check number, item, all of that. They got all of that info from them about that situation. So that would say, which we already found out. So we're good. All right, so we can go past all this now, right?
Yeah, there's a lot you can just
I
kind of.
figured. Encryption, the image data, all of that is done. And that's the thing, folks. 769 pages is a lot. And let's see, Amazon still. Okay.
So let's see. If you want to jump down, let's see.
American Express.
There you go. You got it. That was the next one.
So whose card was this, do you think?
They requested financials on Madison, Xana, and Kaylee.
Okay. So that's interesting.
I don't know if that had the others on that one or not. I don't remember. I didn't make a note of that.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
I had asked you guys last night your opinion because I was like, okay. And I'm sorry, that was Ethan, Madison, Xana, and Kaylee, all four of them.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. Can't even read my own handwriting. I don't know if on that one, if it also had the additional 3 that were redacted on the American Express. I didn't make a note on that one if they did or not. So.
Okay, there they are. All 4 of them.
Yeah. And then if you scroll up to the next page, or down, sorry.
Down, okay.
Yeah, see, there's nothing there. So it was just those 4 on the American Express.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure they probably did. Red. I'm sure they probably went after his financials before theirs.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
there's really nothing on here, right?
Nope. Page 57, you get to Apple.
Like I said, guys, I'm not going to go through all of this. You guys will go insane, as will I. 50, wait, where'd I go?
57, page 57. Should be the start of Apple.
Right here. Yep. Apple Incorporated. I think this was the first page that I had. Okay. So this is, was this all of their phones or was this just his phone?
I had Maddie, Xana, and Ethan.
Okay.
Is the 3 that I wrote down.
Gotcha.
So 67 is where Madison's is.
All right, right here.
Yeah,
the Apple iCloud account associated with Madison Mogan with the following identifiers. Phone number. Okay, yeah. Here and after Mogan from August 1st, 2022 to November 18th, including all records. And that's redacted. Of course. That would have been nice.
Right.
Because I think that she's the one that the phone interaction probably took place with. Because I feel like there was one. Which is what I think provoked this in a lot of ways. So his data would show where he shopped online. Right. Right. I agree, Red. Meaning they already had his side of the purchase, but wanted full records. I agree with that too. All right, Nikki, I will. All records, other information regarding devices, scanning, okay, you know that, I don't know. The contents of all instant messages associated with the account, including stored or preserved copies of instant messages, including iMessages, SMS messages, and MMS messages sent to and from the account. So they have all of that, which is something I would love to see.
Yep.
I mean, at least in regards to him or anybody else that could be involved in this. The rest of her stuff, I don't need to know, nor do I want to know. I would love to be able to see these. Because I'm telling you, there's got to be some type of messaging, guys. There got to be some kind of contact that there was between the two of these two. Because I still feel, I mean, I have to say that I do feel that she was the target initially. And I still have the interpretation that was given, or the hypothesis, I should say, that was given, that Maddie was in her room by herself. They came in. Kaylee possibly heard some theatrics going on over there, for lack of better words, and walked in on it. And that's why I think Kaylee's wounds were so much worse, because she was up on her feet, maybe struggling to try to stop something, and got hit harder. Okay? That's something I truly believe, folks. I really do. In turn, that's why I feel like it would be interesting to see any kind of conversations that Maddie may have had, because I think that's who the target was. Because again, Kaylee was not going to be there, and if this was premeditated, they would have known that, unless they changed some things up, that night, or he changed his mind or did whatever. Guys, we don't know. And again, this could very well be drug induced. As I said the other night, I was, I don't know if any of you guys saw it. Dan and Steve were live the other night with Pub Buzzed again. And they had a call in. And I called in because I was thinking about that. And I explained the whole thing about, if Enan was involved in this, okay? That he moved in the beginning of August. Brian's phone started pinging towards the end of August, in next door, in that realm there, which could have been right next door. And I told a whole little thing there, but in turn, I just lost my complete train of thought again. I swear to God, you guys. What I was trying to tell you guys was that there could have been the fact that Brian and whatever speculation, none of this is factual by any means whatsoever, but it's just something I've been thinking about, that if people were trying to argue saying that drugs don't make you do things like this, yes they do. They absolutely can, and they have, and they will again in the future. People are not in their right minds when they're on certain drugs, guys, whether it be meth, heroin, whatever you want to take it. Each one of us has a completely different chemical makeup, and not each every one of us can handle drugs the same way, guys. So in turn,
I know a lot of people that can do just basic, marijuana, and they become extremely paranoid.
Exactly.
And so they freak out.
Exactly. And paranoia. That's huge. That's huge, folks. Okay. Well, let's take it for instance, since if somebody was buying drugs from somebody, and that they go to that person to do that, and somebody's doing their own drugs and they're paranoid just on basic marijuana, like she just said. Well, who do you got? Who followed you here? Who are you working for? Are you going to flip on me? I mean, that's what I'm saying, guys. That's enough right there for some people to want to unalive somebody.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is. Okay, Breezy, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Breezy.
But anyway, that's Liza says, I never read the police saying the baggies part, but we are all different. Meat, fish, or poultry trash in my house or grease from a bag. Yeah. Well, I think, Liza, he was separating his garbage from their garbage to keep him from getting caught, in my opinion. And then he was taking it to his neighbor's garbage can, or his parents' neighbor's garbage can. So That says a lot too. Drip says drugs alter the brain's chemistry. That's a point to him. Exactly. That's what it's all about right there.
But it's not always a pleasant
Right.
alteration.
Right. I mean, guys, we've all done our things. I've done stuff I've done acid when I was younger. I've done mushrooms. Oh boy. That'll definitely make you go off in your own different world and completely think something different's going on, and so on and so forth. Now, I don't know what meth is like. I don't know what crack or any of that stuff is like. I've never done any of that kind of stuff, but it's all mind and mood altering stuff, folks, that will make you be a different person than who you normally are. And if you've already got, now this is something that's important to add to this. Remember this. If you've already got mental health issues and you put a chemical in your body that is going to even remotely alter your mental health issues that you're having again, okay, that's a whole other big mess you're going to walk into, guys. Mm-hmm. So I don't believe one can say this man was a neat freak and almost dismembered 4 human beings and look at there's proof of guilt. Right. Now, I agree, Liza. So understand that anybody that did something like this, whether they're on drugs or they're not on drugs, there is a mental health issue, period. Okay. For them to be able to do this. I mean, like I said, I've done mushrooms and I dropped acid when I was younger here and there. I never wanted to go unalive anybody. Okay. So that, because I didn't have that mental health problem. But somebody that does that has that already in their, it's against them, I should say. They've already got that against them. And they took something, a chemical component that made it worse, is all I'm saying, is very possible. Right. Somebody that's autistic, for instance, or has Asperger's, like Nikki just said, if you're going to get on meth or something like that, that is really going to mess you up, folks. And you're going to do some things and feel some sort of way that you're not normally going to feel. So that's what I'm saying. I truly believe that that's a grand possibility in this situation. As we've seen both of these people that we've talked about, including the other person that was brought into this at one point, where there was the speculation about Brent Kopaka, sorry. He already had mental health issues we knew of. If you were to add some kind of drugs to that, can you imagine? This is what I'm saying. And that's what we're kind of talking about here for a minute. Years worth of proof shows he was doing all kinds of things dealing with his issues. Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Thank you, Red. And that's what I'm saying, guys. So, moving along, these messages or whatever these could have been, I mean,
they have everything. They're pulling everything, the photos, right. Everything from iCloud, all of it.
Which is good. I mean, it's too bad we're not allowed to get into it, but it's good because it's going to help with prosecution. Is going to need every single thing it has on this, guys. I'm telling you, because the defense is going to be, it's going to be hard. She's a good attorney and he knows what he's doing as far as, criminology goes and that kind of stuff. Right. Self-medicating like a mofo. I agree. Okay. And Midnight said, or Drift says, that's why you see crackheads cleaning the weirdest of things. Right. Exactly. You cannot add. No. That's exactly it. It's like putting gas in a fire. Absolutely. Did somebody must have done that. It wasn't me, but you're welcome, brother. I don't and won't do anything other than my prescribed dose every day. Right. You can't mix medications either, guys. That's another thing. There's reasons for that. Hell, there's a non-smoking a medication to make you stop smoking that has made people kill each other. Chantix. Yeah. I read a story about somebody taking Chantix and they went and unalived their husband in his sleep because she went nuts. But understand, there was an underlying mental issue before that happened, okay? And it tells you on those packages, do not take this if you have any of these issues, okay? So understand, anybody that would even think of unaliving somebody has mental health issues, period. Anybody that would think of unaliving themselves has mental issues, okay? Most people have mental health issues, and like I have them, anxiety, depression. I mean, it's all in that realm, folks. So, and that's the thing, though, Liza. That's one thing I was going to talk about is he quit drugs as far as you know. He quit doing heroin as far as you know, okay?
Right.
Who knows what else he got into? That's the thing. And, you know, if this guy seemed like he didn't have a whole lot of friends. You meet somebody, you become friends, and with somebody that's just as weird as you are, and they want to do drugs with you because they need a friend. Okay, let's do it. And there you go. And somebody that already has an addictive personality, like he did from being on heroin for all that time, could very well get hooked on something different with no problem. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I never took it either, PPR, because I read that story and said no. My doctor said, here, just take this and you'll be able to quit. Nope, sorry. Sure, I'll be able to quit. I might want to kill my neighbor, but, you know, I won't be smoking anymore. So it was the lack of drugs that caused him to kill. I mean, there's multiple ways to look at it that way if you want to go that way, drift, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so do I, Brandy. I know exactly what that's all about.
Exactly, Liza.
And that was what one of the biggest points that I was trying to make was like when we first looked into this, like Nikki was into that or looked into that. She found that a couple other people brought it out too. Like that campus alone was insanely covered with all sorts of different kinds of drugs. You know, they were talking about the fraternities dealing drugs and doing drugs and being shut down for this, that, and everything else, and being put on probation for this, that, and everything. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. So who knows? And all I'm saying is this is just a minimal possibility, folks. I'm not saying this is even factual, but I wouldn't put it past the scenario to be two guys or one guy or three guys or a whole group of people, 3 or 4 people are partying one night and say, okay, we've been talking about it here and there because I can't stand these girls. Let's go do it. You know what I mean? I told a story to Buzz the other night. When I was a kid, at the end of my road, these 2 guys went to a concert back in the 80s. Got some, I don't know if it was acid or if it was something, but they ended up doing something, tripping real bad that night. Came home, 3 o'clock in the morning, they'd walk next door to these old people. They used to cut their grass and unalived them bad. I mean, it was disgusting. They wrote their names on the wall in blood and crazy shit like that. Went home, went to bed like nothing happened. Woke up the next day and didn't remember any of it. Are you kidding me? So it happens, guys. It does. I don't see heroin making you rage. No, you're right. But who knows what other drugs were involved? Because as I think it was Drunk Turkey and Buzzed put out that paper, or I call it his bio or his his ridiculous biography that he pretty much gave Enan Harsh about the multitude of drugs that he did, that he sold and did this and everything else. Who knows what's available out there for people? You know what I mean? And also, I don't know if heroin would make anybody rage per se, but the fact that maybe that they don't go into withdrawal from it, or there's different things that can be mixed with it that could cause other problems. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it had to have been a rage. It could have just been blatant anger towards somebody. That if you're okay, I'm not saying that the heroin would make you rage, but if somebody made you mad enough and you're on this drug, it would loosen you enough to be able to do something like that, is what I'm trying to say. And that's like I just said, not having it will make you rage. That's a fact. So anyway, moving past this, but yeah, they like Mama Bear said that they took everything, pictures, everything you can think of, they pulled it. So they have any interactions that were possibly went on between anybody and this and Maddie and the rest of the kids. So Where did it go?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. That's true too, Brandy. Are you whispering at me?
Do what?
Were you whispering to me something?
No, my daughter was staying at the door and she goes, "Hi, Dago."
Oh,
I said, "Go,
no.
go away."
How are you?
I said, "How are you?" She just ran across the St. Louis story.
Oh, okay.
She's a little freaked out.
I bet she is.
Yeah.
That's enough to freak anybody out.
Okay, goodbye.
I heard that. All right. It'll be okay. So, all right. I mean, I can't really pick this apart, guys, because all this really is that, they got everything from the phones. They got all messages, pictures, interactions. So that's a good thing. But I wish to God we could get our hands on that, though. I'll tell you that much. That would make a big difference. Back in my I did 3 days. I was this Medicaid. I didn't raise because it wasn't bragging about. Now that's the other thing that made me. I think it was Lana, Truth and Transparency. She just interviewed him, and of course he's in. The way I took that interview is if he was responsible for anything, he played it off really good that he wasn't. Of course, he's going to do that. Who knows? But I find it hard to believe at this point now that he is responsible for anything because he's still free. I would think that they would, unless there's a deal that was made, like we talked about before. I'm finding it really hard to believe that he could be involved in this stuff, guys, and still be out doing what he's doing interviews on YouTube, being the weirdo that he is. If anything, he's definitely guilty of being a weirdo. There's no lie in that. Okay.
Who is this? Sorry.
Enan Harsh.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because Truth and Transparency just had him on the show talking to him, and he's not in France. Somebody said he moved off to France and was hiding out and this and that and everything else.
I thought he was in California.
Yeah, he did. I believe he moved because he looks like he's in a different apartment, but still, I think if they thought that he was involved in something, unless there was some type of a deal and he wasn't fully involved and they gave him, I don't know. I don't want to say certain things and be completely wrong about it, but I felt weird about him from the beginning when he inserted himself, and I still have a weird feeling. Maybe it's just because he's weird. I don't know, but yeah, and he's definitely still a dealer, I'm sure. To say the very least. But there's still somebody else involved in this, you guys. In one way or another, there's somebody else involved in this.
I agree.
I mean, whether it's him or it's not him, it's somebody. So, anyway.
Yep.
Moving down. Oh, 76. Jesus. Still have 700 more pages, guys. How about that? I'm just kidding. I'm not doing all that. So there's nothing really else we can pull out of this.
Not really. Let's see. Page 119 is AT&T. They request cell tower information and GPS coordinates.
What page was that on?
119.
Okay. But again, as you guys, I didn't stop to show you, but and Mama Bear said this, they pulled everything, their iClouds, all of it, guys. There's nothing left behind. So that'll show anything and everything. And I'm glad, like I said, because the defense is going to need that. The prosecution's going to need all that against the defense. So, okay, 119. See, I wouldn't have known this, and I'm glad Mama Bear read this entire thing. You guys need to understand that, okay? All 700 and some odd pages, every bit of it. I can't believe you did it as fast as you did either.
Yeah, kids were in their rooms, quiet. Husband was packing. I was like, okay, this is my chance. It's quiet.
That blew my mind. Thank you for doing it, because, as I said, I didn't get a chance to. Heather didn't get a chance to. I was sick. Heather was busy, and nobody else got to look at this but her. So I'd have been sitting here going, okay, so let's go find this and let's go find that. And yeah. And as Mama Bear does with her supreme organization, she took notes on everything that she thought was important. And here we are, scrolling and scrolling. Okay.
Oh, and I'm going to teach you a trick where it says the page number at the bottom, where it says 119.
Yeah.
And the little black thingy.
Where is that? I'm looking.
Right there. It says right there.
I can see it right down here. Yeah.
If you click that, you can type in the page number and it'll just take you straight there. Mind blown again.
Boom. Are you serious?
Yeah. So where it says
that's
120.
What you were talking about. I see. Yeah, that's what you were talking about. Yeah.
Type in no, that's different than what I was talking about yesterday.
Oh, so you mind blow a couple times then. That's good.
Yeah.
Wait, you can click. It's not letting me click on it. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, hold on. Wait, one. Wait, you hit search? No, that didn't do it.
I don't know. Yours is different.
Maybe it's because it's an email from you.
No, that might be.
I don't know. Either way.
Anyway, normally you can.
AT&T Mobility, is that where it starts?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for GPS coordinates. Okay.
I don't know whose or anything else.
Well, I would venture to say probably his, right? I mean, they wouldn't really need GPS coordinates on them, would they? There were no vehicles that were used.
I don't know. The only other thing I could think of Kaylee, because Kaylee wasn't included in the Apple.
Ah, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay.
But there's also Verizon and.
So Kaylee probably had an Android. That's why.
Possibly, yeah.
So, because she was smart, you know.
All right, was that out loud?
I knew that was coming. So either, well, GPS coordinates though, like, would you need? I don't know. I mean,
if you want to track their phone,
that's true too.
And their movements.
That's very true.
And I also have a note of cell towers, so I don't know if there's another one, if it says cell towers in there, or if there's another one that says cell towers, but somewhere I apparently saw cell towers.
Okay, cell tower. Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Probable cause establishing grounds for issuing a search warrant and probable cause to believe there are 4 records and information associated with certain cellular towers, cell towers, and records generated by the cell network that are in the possession, custody, and or control of AT&T, hereafter the service provider. So yeah, it could have been to track their phones or to track him.
Yeah.
We don't know who he had, so.
Right.
Or here's the thing, guys. If that tower is owned by AT&T, there could be 5 different phone companies that bounces off that tower because they all have, at least here in Ohio, I know AT&T has a tower down the road from me, but Verizon and T-Mobile use that same tower, and they have markers on there. So
yeah, and they do request information from Verizon I believe T-Mobile.
Hmm. Maybe they were, then that might have been for the pinging then.
It might be.
To find out which tower or which portion of the tower maybe it pinged off of.
Possibly.
Because I think that's how that works, guys. If you ping your phone off of a tower, it doesn't just hit that tower. It hits one of those, they're called a node on the tower. Like if Verizon's node is the one that you pinged off of, that's where you have to get that info from. Or if AT&T's node was who you pinged off of, that's where that info has to come from. So,
makes sense.
Yeah, that could be why they did that too, if that's what they were looking for.
Yeah.
Give me one moment, Mama Bear, if you don't mind. I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't believe that people under the influence. Yeah, Liza, it's kind of hard to follow logic in this case, unfortunately, because there's just so much information with this. It's just crazy. Like I said, after going through these pages, I think I came out with more questions than I did answers. Well, I didn't come out with any answers, really. Maybe some ideas, but not any answers. Right, Drift? Hi, here's my phone. Can you find me now? Yeah, I don't think he's that dumb. Yeah, I've wondered if you completely turn it off or airplane mode if it is still traceable. I don't know the exact purpose of airplane mode other than to not take the airplane down when you're on it. I agree, Liza. I think it's going to be a lot of circumstantial evidence as well. I don't disagree, big boy. I don't disagree at all. So Drift, even if it's the phone is turned off and or in airplane mode, it will still handshake with the towers. Thank you, Heather. Heather, we are on page 124.
Bank of America, legal order processing.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what this is for.
So the best I could tell was it was for financial records on all 4 victims. But then this is where I saw the first of the 3 that are redacted that they also requested financial records on. And I didn't think a whole lot about it at this point. If completely powered down, no. Which is why they know he powered his phone. Okay, thanks, Red.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this doesn't show.
It does at some 130. I don't know. It's not showing me. One more page.
Okay.
A little bit further.
Oh, wait. Search warrant issued. Described therein as directed in search warrant by FedEx. Oh, okay. Financial records for Ethan Chapin, Maddie Mogan, Santa Cradle, and Keely Galvez.
And then if you go to the next page.
Oh, wait a minute, though. Financial records for all 3 of them.
But who is them?
Which one? Which 3 out of the? Yeah, out of the 4.
It's 4 plus 3.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. See? See? God. Who would the other 3 be, though, guys? I wonder.
I don't know. Basically, me, you, and Molly last night, the only thing that made sense to us would be Dylan, Bethany, and Kohberger.
That's it. That does make sense. I mean, unless, like I said last night, unless they have 2 other suspects, folks.
Mm-hmm.
But, I can't see them holding that so close to their chest that nobody would know.
Right.
I can't. So that's it. Yeah, like we said, that was the only thing that made any sense last night when we talked about this was that Dylan, Bethany, and Kohberger.
Yeah.
Unless. Wait.
Maybe.
It could have been, but don't forget, guys, there was another roommate. Remember her?
I can't think of the name.
I don't think
now.
she came back this year. I can't remember her name. But she didn't come back this year. And I think she moved out in August.
Sounds right.
They could have very well wanted her financial records to see at one point if she was possibly involved in this somehow. Ruby, thank you.
Ruby.
I never thought of that till just right now.
Yeah, I completely forgot about her.
So that could very possibly be too, because I know that they checked into her. I remember that. That could have been her mom. I don't know. I doubt it because most kids that age have their own Venmo at this point. I didn't see the other name either. I don't remember that. But it could have been, yeah, it could be those 3 other people or no, because I think they would want to keep Kohberger's stuff completely separate, wouldn't they?
I would think.
Is that girl starts with an A? Aubrey? Was it Aubrey or Audrey or something like that? Or and no.
Does Ashland sound right?
Ashland, that's it. Because that was the one that they were saying that if you know, with the whole conspiracy theories and stuff going on, that she was doing OnlyFans with Dylan and got mad or something like that, you know, whatever. But I think that was what was that crazy goofy dude's name? Remember the well, not that one, the other one. The guy that came out with all that crazy insane shit that we were listening. I showed you guys.
Oh, Justin,
that one. Ashland was saying that she. Anyway, I'm not going to get back into that crap, but that was the right name. Yeah, could be wrong. Lots of people, really, the homeowner, neighbor, the driver, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, that's very possible too. Other roommate isn't Claire. No, Heather. Claire was the girl that unalived herself. Remember? Or no. That was her last name, Cleary. What the hell? Hannah was her first name. Where the hell? Who's Claire? You just confused me.
I think she's trying to. Or
Who the
Susie,
hell?
or
Claire. You did that on purpose, Heather. You know what I got in my system right now. Yeah. No, it was Hannah Cleary. See, Hannah was that right. Yeah, I got that already, Nikki. But who the hell is Claire? Where'd you find that name, Heather? I thought her name was Ashland or Ash. Yeah, Ashland was what he said. That was the other roommate that never moved back in. One passed from snowmobile accident. No. See, you guys are messing with my head.
I can look into it.
I don't know where. I don't remember ever.
I haven't heard anything.
Snowmobile accident. Are you talking about all the other deaths that happened there, or are you talking about something in particular? Don't be laughing at me, Red. The other roommate was Ashland something. I can't remember her last name.
Couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Where'd you find that at?
Molly.
Of course. Why did I even ask? Could have known better.
Thank you, Molly.
Molly lives inside her computer, guys, just so you know. You know that.
You know, that would make things a lot easier if we did live inside her computer.
I think Molly, she's little enough that she can crawl inside her computer and she just gets in there and does what she does all day, you know?
That is true.
You know, like a little leprechaun or a little Molly.
So that was...
Don't get me wrong, though. She's really tough for being little. Just understand that.
Oh, yeah. All right, so that was Bank of America.
Yeah, those are all the bank records. So they got all the bank records. They got all the 1, 2, 3, 4. Include the following: all open and closed accounts pertaining to individuals. So they have everything that ever existed. I know you are, dear. Signature cards, anything and everything. And I think they were doing that to try to see. I'm hilarious. I'm just stating, you know. Uh-oh. She said Discord. What's on Discord now? Are you?
Oh, she's been messaging me.
Oh, for you. Okay. I was going to say, am I going to get another threat that she's on her way to beat me up again? Picture of the cat driving on my way to Dago's. Okay. 1 second.
Then really, 143 is where they start into Banner Bank for more financial records.
Banner Bank.
And then 158 is a block incorporated, which is more financial records.
All right. I love you, Molly. Don't worry. We all do. 100%.
If you want to skip all the financial records,
Yeah, really, there's nothing we can figure out from looking at any of that other than that they have them all.
Yeah. Page 177 is where they dig into the Blue Ridge knives.
I wish this thing would work for me like you said it did, but it didn't. But we're there anyway. Okay. Blue Ridge Knives Incorporated. Okay, so that's the one. And again, though, it's not going to say. No.
Let's see. 185. I have written down. Anything on there?
Again, just describing. Well, it says the property found and taken in location within piece of blah, 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 as follows, and that was the K-bar 1217. Well, wait a minute.
Huh?
Hold on a second now. Okay, so Amazon had a listing for this knife with the sheath with the listing numbers and this, but now they're saying known purchases in quantities of Blue Ridge knives from Cable. Okay, so this isn't stating a specific purchase from here, correct? I don't think, no.
I don't think so. It's kind of hard to really know.
I think this is stating, it says known purchases and quantities of Blue Ridge knives from K-Bar. So again, they were looking at each one of these places at the different purchases and where they were probably sold to and so on and so forth. So yeah. I think Drifter, I think this is just another distributor that carries that specific knife. And I think how they broke this down, guys, I'll be honest with you, was by going and looking at, you know, how many were ordered or purchased in that realm of time, which we found out was around October 4th, roughly, okay? Mm-hmm. And, you know, that would be how I would venture to say you would bring this together is, okay, was one ordered from Blue Ridge Knives? Was it delivered to this address? If that, you know, that's how you break it down. You find out where it was. So that's probably what this is for. You know, process of elimination in a sense, I guess you could call it. So in turn, that's probably why this is listed here.
Drift, I could be wrong, but I would guess that the manufacturer is probably K-Bar.
I think so.
I mean,
which is where the name came from, yeah.
Right. I mean, I could be wrong. Yeah.
I'm going to look that up just to be sure. I think these are all just distributors.
Yeah.
Right, Drift, right.
And then page 187 is where it shows like the date I told you, March 8th of 22, where there was 360 units. There it is. Known purchases and quantities.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, this is through Blue Ridge. Okay, so Blue Ridge Knives is they specialize in the knife wholesale type thing, right? Thank you, Molly.
Good job, Molly.
Right. Like I said, she's always 2 steps ahead of us. That was my mistake. Yep, I think some are getting confused. K-Bar is a company, not a style. Right, exactly. The style of it is a quote unquote fighting knife. Okay, that's what they're calling it. And then combat knife. Thank you. The K-Bar is the brand, and that's right. Okay, so on or about 3/8 of 2022, the purchase was 360 units, and then on or about June 24th, the purchase of 480 units. So I got it. I see now. So from March 8th to June 24th, there was a whole lot of them sold.
Almost 1,000.
Yeah. So again, like I said, to break it down to find where he got it, or where they got this knife or knives from, you'd have to look into the roundabout date that it was sold, and if it was delivered, ordered online, delivered to this area in Idaho at such and such a date. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the only way you could break this down, guys.
And then right about there is Charter Communications. It looks like they
Spectrum.
A router, I think.
Now, this is the one that I mentioned to Stevie the other night on Buzz. Okay, I was watching this when they were doing this. I think Nikki went on there and was talking before me too, and she brought something up. The reason why I think this, and I'll be honest with you guys, if you guys remember when Steve was talking about that Kohberger got close enough that and somehow they knew that the phone had linked in, or that the Kohberger's phone had linked into the girls or the kids' Wi-Fi in that house. Mm-hmm. He said he was close enough there and to be able to do that. Well, Charter Communications is Spectrum. That's one of their base companies. They have that one. They have Comcast. They have 2 or 3 other ones. Okay, that I know. But that must be the one that deals with this here, the St. Louis area, Idaho, and all. I mean, how close? Does anybody in chat know how close that Moscow, Idaho is to St. Louis, Missouri? I don't. That's why I was asking. Mom lives in Idaho. I figured she might know. We have a few people from Missouri in here too.
Mm-hmm.
You say K-Bar and I think Marine style knife. Right. I agree with that. Exactly, Drew. So I think that they pulled this so that they could get the God, what is it called? It's the modem communications, okay?
Yeah.
To see. Okay, Nikki said it's a ways. Okay. So that just must be the closest, the corporate for that area that relinquishes that device to them. So
28 hours. 1,858 miles.
It's probably just a corporate office then.
Probably.
For that region. So that's them, wanting that info off of that router, that modem, whatever you want to call it, to see how many times he had logged into the Wi-Fi probably, or how, I think it can tell you like, what am I trying to say?
It should be able to give you like a list of like devices that have connected to it.
That's what I'm trying to say, is like it should be able to tell you each device that is logged in with basically like, like on December 12th of 2022, it'll show there was an Apple iPhone 13 Pro or something logged in at this specific time. And I think that when you read that, it'll give you, in fact, I know it does. It'll show you the address from that device. And if they can pull the address up from that device, knowing that that belonged to this person, okay? So yeah.
Right.
So that's why this is important, guys. Again, I'd love to see the exact date when this started. I mean, I know when we got dates on when his phone started pinging over there, but I'd like to see how many times his phone had logged into the Wi-Fi and for how long. No, I mentioned that because there's both an Army and Airborne base. STL is also one of the only places to train for Kopaka's MOs. Okay. St. Louis. Gotcha. So, all right. So given that's what the reason for that is, and again, that's important to know. So charter is Spectrum, like I said, or Comcast, or whatever you want to call it. They all use the same name. They just have sub companies, just like I do here with my stupid internet. Okay. There's nothing else. All right, moving on.
All right, and then page 220 is Dropbox.
Discover Bank Financial. Discover Financial again. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I skipped over Discover because it was just more financials.
Yeah, it's not important. Right. No, I got it. I trust you, believe me. More than I trust myself. Dropbox legal compliance. What the hell is that?
So, Dropbox is a cloud, kind of like Google Drive or iCloud.
Like a private company?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you can store things instead of on your computer or your phone, you store it there.
Gotcha.
So they were requested a specific serial number for a phone. I don't think it said anybody's name. It just said the IMEI. That's all it said.
I wonder. Ooh. 1 second, guys. This I do know. Where's it at? Does it show the IMEI number?
No, of course not.
Well, damn. I could have figured out what device it was from the IMEI number. I know how to do that. Well, poof. Anyway. Dropbox. So it was only one, though, right?
I think so, if I remember right.
Gotcha.
Go down one more page.
Damn scams. One more page. Is that what you said?
Yeah. No? Yeah, there it is. See, it's all redacted. Oh, it does say Ethan. All right. Or no, it says
Madison, Kaylee, Xana, and or Ethan. So that's weird. No, I see what they're saying. Lawrence Mowry having given given me proof upon oath this day, showing probable cause, establishing grounds for issuing a search warrant, and probable cause to believe property consists of information related to the investigation of the homicides of Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and or Ethan at blah 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 on the Dropbox account with any of the following identifiers: email address and IMEI. Okay.
Yeah.
Subscriber information for the above discount monikers. Oh, talk about being vague. Good Lord. By subscriber. Yeah, it doesn't say. But that was in there multiple times, so that's probably why. Because it must have. I wonder if they had a private, like a private cloud company that they were using all together for. Maybe it's something with the college.
Maybe. It's very
You know what
possible.
I mean? Like a multi-campus cloud or something.
Could be.
I was thinking about that completely different, but okay. All right, so moving on, eBay. So this is the other basic knife thing.
Yep.
Where's it at?
Let's see. Looks like on page 246, they requested eBay user IDs. There it is.
Okay. Ohio, huh? So these, okay, so the way I'm going to take this, guys, eBay user. Okay, what this is, you can't see it up here very well because it's blacked out there, but I'm guessing that this was another place that they were looking for weapon. Okay. 2 in Arizona, 1 in Idaho, 1 in PA, 1 in Washington, 1 in Ohio, 1 in Wisconsin, 1 in New York. What the hell is JP site of Macon? Texas, Ohio. Okay. So these are hits that they had on eBay for somebody looking to buy something from each one of those people in a different state. That's crazy. But it doesn't tell us what. So,
yep.
Kind of a waste.
And then 255 gives some more ASIN numbers to the K-bar and the sheath.
Is there a reason why they added more?
I'm assuming those are the ASIN numbers that correspond with eBay.
Okay, so this is making me really start to wonder if there was more than one weapon bought. Or you don't think that the eBay thing would be... No. I wonder if he tried to sell the knife after the fact. No, there wasn't time for that. I was just thinking of something else. November 26th. It was okay, yeah. Sorry, had to leave. My dentist called and we got a lot of things we had to go over. Took longer than I thought. Not sorry. It's okay. You don't have to say you're sorry. Oh, that's why you said not sorry, though. Are those the ones sold on the 10th October? JP is Japan. Thank you. I don't. It doesn't give me a sale date on here, does it?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
How are you finding these dates of sale? Dates of sale.
I don't know. And then after eBay, basically, a bunch is financials. Page 361 says Bryan Kohberger. I don't remember what was on there. I didn't write anything, so I'm assuming there's nothing on there. I just wrote his name.
It was way up there. My ex-husband did crypto for the USMC, found it on the PCA. What did you find, Nikki? You said 361?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's really nothing until that, and there's still nothing. Like I said, doesn't look like we're really finding anything that we can do anything with, guys, to be honest with you.
Right.
No, you're okay, Liza. Don't worry about that. It was 10/4 of 22. Right. I wish this would work over here like you said it does. That'd be so nice. Now that I know that. I think
if you click on the little dude to the right, you see that little light gray?
No.
On your screen. Yeah.
I don't see it. It's where I don't.
It's like a little line. See the plus sign?
Right here, yeah.
And up to on the right side of your screen.
Up on the top?
On the right.
This is the right.
No, that's the bottom of your screen. The right side of your screen. See the plus sign? See how it has all those little symbols down the side?
Oh, this stuff. This stuff, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just to the left. See that little bitty thing to the left of the plus sign? Click that and drag it. Oh,
yeah. Yep, okay.
361.
I went a little too far. Gotcha. I see it. I knew that already. I don't know why I haven't been doing that.
Your brain's all drugged.
It really is. I'm serious. Like I feel like I'm not even here partially. I'm sorry. Okay. Now. Okay. Second district. The state of Idaho and the county of Idaho. Okay. Matter came by the court status hearing. This hearing was held. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. State of Ohio.
I didn't really see anything, but maybe I missed it. I was very tired at this point.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you were. I wonder why they don't have his other attorney in here. Doesn't he have a secondary attorney now?
I thought so.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe this was put out beforehand.
Could be.
Our 2 cases involving Xana's mother, Miss Colonel, Miss Taylor, stated that there was an open felony case that she was not assigned, and the case has been conflicted out. Okay. Oh, this is just talking about Xana's mom and all that other stuff. We knew about that already. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
All right, here's your DoorDash.
Now, this has been being talked about a lot lately, guys. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this a little bit because we touched on it, but we didn't really delve into it. Okay. It's been said in different creators' streams, and I thought about it, never really talked about it because I didn't want to sound conspiracy-like. But I want your guys' opinions, including you, Mama Bear. Do you think it's possible that the DoorDash was used? Like I said, we've touched on this, but we've never really gotten into it deep. Do you think that it's very possible that the DoorDash could have been used by Kohberger or whoever was involved in some form to make a distraction for this?
Absolutely.
I agree on that. See, that's what I've been going at lately, thinking about, because when we looked at all the interior pictures of what we could see, and it even before that, okay, even before that, I know you are, Molly, and it's okay. And yes, you do. Okay. Before we could see anything inside, which we really couldn't, and I know you did. That's why I'm bringing it back up again, because it's bothering me now. Because we talked about this whole thing, and with Molly, I know Molly looked it up for sure. I think Mama Bear looked it up. I looked it up. We were all looking different things up about this. There was nothing really open.
Yeah.
That could have delivered food. Okay, but police are saying that they cleared the driver. Okay. But that doesn't mean anything to me at this point now. Okay. Yeah, Brady did too. That's right. So, okay, what do you think, Mama Bear? What do you think could have, in your opinion, in what way do you think that could have been manipulated to work in his favor or their favor?
So it could be a couple things. If Kohberger knows someone that works for DoorDash,
right?
He could have paid them to, do this or that. You can easily create an account on DoorDash and have something ordered and have it ordered to arrive at a specific time.
Right.
And he could be sitting there on the hill, watching. And when the DoorDash arrives, it's delivered. He knows that's, once they're gone, that's his opportunity to enter.
That's kind of where I was going. And Molly, thank you for saying that. And I was going to bring that back to you guys because I researched that myself. Jack in the Box in that area is only in Pullman. They don't deliver to that address, guys. So that bag of Jack in the Box that everybody said was the DoorDash that they got did not come from that night. There was talk about that Xana's sister showed up there, not that day, but a couple days beforehand to visit or something, and that's where that came from. That's where that was from. So it had nothing to do with Jack in the Box, because not only do they not deliver to the King address, they weren't even open. Okay, at 4:00 in the morning. So Nikki just made a point saying that Enan had said that Wings Company is 24/7, and that he may have brought them food as well. Okay. There is where I was telling you guys that I think the link could be. Okay, in my opinion. I've been thinking about that a lot. Because
I gotta run and get my kiddo, and I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine. Take your time.
Okay.
Even if it was indirectly involvement, he's still involved in a sense like that, or in that way. Okay. Definitely possible to use as a means to distract whoever is awake to see who might be awake. I still believe Xana ordered the food though. But that's the thing, is we don't have anything proving that she ordered any food, right? Because I was thinking about that. Maybe they didn't realize it. They were drinking, they were partying, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they thought they ordered the food, which is why it wasn't a big deal to them. And they do it so often that they just, okay. Or maybe one of them thought the other one ordered it and didn't think about it. You know what I mean? Or Nikki says, another thing I noticed is that it took how long to track down Xana's mom with her actively doing interviews, living in her car. Maybe he explains why he isn't in custody or being questioned. Can you explain that a little bit more in detail? What you mean by that, Nikki? What would that have to do with him, though? Xana's mom, I mean. In the affidavit, it stated Xana ordered DoorDash. Oh, it did. You're right. It's been so long since we've read that. You got a good memory, Heather. See, I'm trying to make this connection, though, if that's the case. If she actually physically ordered the DoorDash, like Heather is saying, was in the affidavit, so they would have to say that that's proof then, okay? So Mama Bear's saying that maybe he knew somebody that drove DoorDash, or maybe when she... Right, that's what I mean. I know what you're saying, Nikki, but how would that have anything to do with her mom? That's what I was lost on, if you are able to explain that in a different way. Your router played up when you mentioned... I got you, Drift. No worries, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The police confirmed that. So, that being said, if the DoorDash was real, I mean, is there a way that he could have been involved in that? That's all I'm trying to figure out from this side of it now. I think it took so long to track down Xana's mom because she's a drug addict, guys, sadly. And I think she was doing her thing. Plus, she was getting arrested left and right for different things. So, I think that's probably why it took so long. I was circling back to you saying he'd be in custody. Kara was supposed to be in custody, but how long did that take? She was... Oh, yeah, I got what you mean now. Okay, sorry, I got you. Yeah, she kind of floats around because of what she's into. You know what I mean? She was in state. He may have brought food. He wasn't fired yet. Right. No, I got you. And that could involve him right there. He could have been a DoorDasher. Okay. Now, let's just say, for sake of saying it, Enan King of kind of is C2 though. What is C2, hun? Right, and that's my thing. That's where it gets weird though, because I thought maybe Enan was the one that was the DoorDasher, but if he's been questioned, that's where the problem is. So in turn, it just seemed weird to me, guys, that the DoorDash showed up almost simultaneous with the time, if you want to go on the timeline, that same time that Kohberger entered the home. I mean, am I wrong? We went through the timeline, and that was right around the same exact time, maybe within a minute or two, I think it was, and it did. That's what did make sense to me. Right? No, I get that too, Nikki. I understood. That wasn't a problem, and that does make sense in that sense, or in that way. I mean, but it was weird to me, and it's been a problem for me from the beginning, that the whole DoorDash thing, because you're going to tell me that the DoorDasher was at one door, they were getting food, and then he's coming in the back door? That was hard for me to gather, okay? And the fact that the DoorDasher didn't see or hear anything. Right, Kim. And I don't believe in coincidences. Not in this type of stuff. I just don't. So the DoorDasher's at the front door, per se. We'll just go with that. And Kohberger's coming in the back door. We now know for a fact that he did the third floor first and then worked his way down. So did he come in before DoorDash got there? Okay, let's go with this. Did he come through and go upstairs before DoorDash got there, or as DoorDash got there? Ethan and Xana are in her room. He goes upstairs and does what he's going to do to the girls upstairs. Meanwhile, they're getting the DoorDash and then coming back, and maybe run into him there. Okay, that's what I'm saying, Heather. That's kind of the only way this would work. Is if it was, and that's why I thought that there's a possibility that the DoorDash was a distraction to get them to go downstairs to the door to get the food while he sneaks past them and goes upstairs. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to put that together, and it just wasn't fitting. Welcome, Miss Gina. So good to see you, my dear. Thanks for joining us today. So that would make sense to me. I mean, that's the only way that makes sense to me. I'm sorry. DoorDash shows up. They go downstairs to that front door. Or did both of them go? Or did she just go by herself? That we don't know. And then, well, they said that they interviewed him and they cleared him. Kim, that was why. I'd like to know who he was, personally, like a name. To bounce that off and see if he knows, So, I don't think of, but I would like to know. Can you give me peanut ones?
There's one peanut.
I do get what you're saying. I just don't think the DoorDash is connected otherwise. Okay. And I can go with that. That's okay, Heather. It seems to me like it was just very, very much too coincidental. Okay. It was just, the timing was just weird. Very weird. Unless it was just bad luck. I don't know. There's a lot on the DoorDash there. Thank you, Heather, once again. You guys know what it's for, and you know what those are, so anybody that's interested in supporting me or the channel, please feel free. I appreciate you so much. Let's see. You are therefore commanded to search the above described premises for the property described to. Ah, okay. So what this basically is here, in my opinion, is, which makes no sense that you would need to have a warrant for that. It's great to hear, Gina. I'm glad he's doing good. Very glad he's doing good. I hope you're doing well, or hope you're doing good as well. He's back to his old self, huh? Good deal. Good deal. Ugh. Extreme networks. I remember the first time when Stevie and Dan put this up, I looked in this and guys, I was joking with him, but it reminded me of like a pornographic thing, you know. Not that I could find out, Red. I think they had said that Xana did order the food. Heather just said that too, Drift. Let's see 1 second here. Hold on, everybody, 1 second.
I'm back. You can't see me because he has an intermission thingy up there. Hi. Did I miss anything? Hi, Gina.
Sorry about that. That was the lady boss. Said hello again, everyone. Kaylee and Maddie got food at the truck. You're right. Xana got DoorDash. Right. Yeah, that's true, Drift. Heather did say when you were gone, she said that um, Xana did order the food. Okay. But I'm just having a hard time with this. Only because the timeline is what's bugging me. Okay, how did DoorDash come to the front door and he come through the back door at almost the exact same time? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's no link there. So that's why I've struggled with it. It may just be an actual coincidence, believe it or not.
Red, I don't think Xana and Ethan got food from the food truck. That was Maddie and Kaylee, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Heather said Kaylee and Maddie got food from the food truck. Xana got DoorDash, right? And Dylan, we don't know, or Bethany, whatever. That was them, but coincidence or the perfect cover, right? And that's where I'm going. That's what the way this case is, Drip. That's what I was thinking. Like, the only thing I could think of is she actually physically ordered the food. I'm sure he's not sitting there with, like, a military radio listening to the phone calls. All right, she ordered food, so I can do this. And I mean, it can't be that good. Okay.
Right.
That's okay. There would have to be a bigger gap than we know because they were right. That's where I'm having issues. I've been having issues with this timeline thing for a long time. And there was a few people that have said the timeline's off. The timeline's wrong. Okay, I get it. What is the real timeline then? Xana's mom was lying. Taylor never met her. Well, I had the sense she was used by everybody, but her drug problems do worry me. Daughters will do everything for their mothers. And so what are you saying there, Liza? Which is fine. Say what you're saying, and I want to hear it. So am I, Sherry. Well, there's a lot to this. We haven't even gotten halfway through it. Did the person who ordered DoorDash do it for cover, Bryan? For cover Bryan's two entering. And that's kind of what I was going for.
Mm-hmm.
Because they happened almost simultaneous, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, somebody goes downstairs to floor 1, opens the front door to get the food. Meanwhile, this guy comes in the back door and goes straight up to the 3rd floor, does his business. As they're coming back in here's the thing though. As they're coming back in, and what we heard with that audio, it almost sounds like somebody was surprised. Because you could hear that whole thing about, those things are the things you could hear clear. About Ethan saying something about whose blood, or that's blood, or is that her blood, or something, and then he yelps. Like he's in an altercation, right? Was that after coming back from grabbing the DoorDash? It's okay, Drift. Don't worry about it, brother. Was that right as they were coming back from grabbing the DoorDash? That was my point. Is that how that worked out? Is that why that worked out? Or was that, did they get the DoorDash meat and go back in their room? Meanwhile, he's upstairs doing what he was doing, then comes down and maybe interrupts Ethan as he's going to the bathroom or something. I don't, the way it made it sound, but I don't know. These things they've been bothering me. The back door would be the 3rd floor, no, 2nd floor, Red. Unless that was talked about, but I have a hard time with that. Somebody talked about him going through the balcony on the 3rd floor, okay, which would be Kaylee's room. We went over that audio, Heather. Remember, I had you guys listen to it, and I stopped it and rewound it and went back and forth? Or were you not here? I thought you were.
I know, I missed it.
You didn't hear it either?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I don't know. That was the day I had my surgery.
No. It was way before that.
I had something.
Right, Sherry.
I mean, I have heard it. Molly has it on her I just didn't know if it was the exact same as what Molly has on her.
It was the one that Nikki had sent us that she had cleaned up real good.
No, I haven't heard that one.
That was reported as not from this, though.
What?
No, not that, Heather. There was 2 versions of this. That's why this gets so confusing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We will go back and I'll show it to you too. I mean, we'll go over it again and I'll show it to you. That way you guys can see it too. Not right now, but. All right, so.
Sherry, are you saying Ann Taylor never met Xana or never met Kara?
Anna, or never met Kara.
She never met Kara? Kara.
What is this Extreme Networks?
It's on page 382. It says decrypted access to computer Extreme Network service.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if that's for like a computer tower or it's very vague.
Service tag.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I didn't know if it was like a computer tower to, decrypt that and get all the information from that, or
yeah, maybe that could be who runs that tower, like the private company name.
Yeah,
that's right. He would have had to scale the balcony, which would be easy to do, I suppose. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's going to be the last case scenario for me, that he went in the 3rd floor. It'd be so much easier just to go in the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
She was supposed to meet her at the hearing, but Carrie did not show up, right? I haven't read the doc, but the way this people were unalive takes me to at least 4 different maybes. Cartel-related unalivings is one of them. Yes, we've heard that. I've heard a lot of the cartel things going around too. I don't know if I can go with the cartel thing, because now there's a lot of people, I've seen it on 3 different shows, stating that Bryan is being framed. He's completely innocent and this was all cartel. I've heard that. I'm not that guy, okay? I've heard that a couple times. I'm not that guy. Until you guys show me that kind of proof, I'm not going to go that way, guys. I can't. Only for morality. I'm not the rabbit hole fella, folks. I'm just not that guy. I don't.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I've gone in a couple rabbit holes, but not in that scenario. Like, I'm not that guy. Only because I want to bring you guys as much factual stuff as I possibly can. That's why.
Right.
If you guys give me facts on it, I'll go find it and we'll bring it to you for sure. If it's real, I mean, anything can happen, guys. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm that guy if they have something to show me. Right? That's me. That's what I'm saying. You show it to me, I'm down. Let's do it.
Exactly. You give me, a little bit of a hole to dig in.
Something, yeah.
Then I'll dig.
Even a little bit, and if we'll start digging. If we don't find anything after a little while, we're done digging and we go back to the old school stuff. But give me something to hold on to. But there's nothing to hold on yet. Exactly. There's an 8-year-old lady dropping bombs on LE. What? Is that the woman that was on Publicly Buzzed, Sherry?
Oh.
Those guys have been getting hit left and right with stuff. Or no, she was on T-Rev. That's what it was. And then Publicly Buzzed paid it. But those guys got hit by Russ Thanks, Steve. I appreciate you, bud. For sure. Um, it was extreme something. Okay. Yeah. She was on T-Rev. She went off too. I don't know if you heard that, Mama Bear. That was a trip.
I heard bits and pieces of it, but it was so hard to understand what she was saying that I
Yeah,
was like,
right.
what?
She was doing her thing though. She was she was putting it out there real good. She had me cracking up, and his faces that he kept making. He was like,
I did see that, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what
that
she
was too
said.
funny for me though. That was good, but yeah, she's 60-some years old. And then the boys over at Publicly Buzzed, they got hit with that call from, what was it, Russ or whatever his name is? That a good old boy. He was all sorts of fun. I'm just, I mean, I hate that nobody calls me. I'd love to get one of these crazy calls that these people are getting just to field it. It'd be fun. You know what I mean? But I don't get that lucky, I guess. It is what it is. I had to put caption. Yeah, I think that's what it was. You have to put closed caption in to understand what the hell she's saying. Okay, load up for me here. I knew this was going to take some time, but we're going to have to jump back into it again. Mind you guys, not to change the subject real quick, but I think we're going to bring this down. What time is it?
3.
Yeah, I think we're going to bring this down for today.
Honestly, there's not much left.
There is.
There's Google. This is data related to Google accounts. So somebody had a Google account, so they're just going to get all of that information.
Right. So there's really nothing that we can pull out of this then.
Not really. Inland sales, so they're going to get more request the
digital,
right. Tower data dump.
By the way, thank you for the super chat, Steve. You didn't hear that. There it is. All right.
Let's see. There's Match Group, which it says Tinder records. So I think they're talking about the dating website.
Yeah. Google.
There's Meta platforms where they start digging into the Facebook and Instagram accounts. But I mean, it just mentions them. It doesn't give you any information.
Wait a minute. There's another knife place? K-Bar Knives Incorporated.
Yeah. The actual K-Bar manufacturer.
Okay.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram. They send a search warrant to Moscow PD for USB external HDSN, whatever that is. Bryan Kohberger's phone data. More financials. They request some information from Reddit on Kaylee. Snapchat.
Right.
T-Mobile. More financials.
So there's nothing really we can pull from this, folks, honestly. I mean,
not really.
So we did what we could do, honestly. Yeah. I mean, and you know, we talked about a little bit of that stuff, but again, like I said, my eyes are crossed. I'm taking that down.
Right.
Hard
and we can post this on each of our community pages, probably, if anybody wants to look at it themselves.
That's a fact.
External hard drive. Okay.
No, I get what you're saying, Liza. Shady words. Yeah, she was funnier than hell, Sherry. You're right. She was cracking me up. And T-Rev's faces were killing me. Like I said, he was sitting here. She's saying something. He'd go, surprise. It's okay, April. I'm glad you liked it. So, guys, again, we're not really ever going to get anywhere until something pops up other than June, okay?
Right.
Or unless I said, hold on. We're not ever going to get anywhere until June unless something pops up that we're not expecting, is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. 700 pages of looking for answers, tech-wise, nothing concrete. Interesting, the law is going down a rabbit techno hole.
Right. Yep.
That's absolutely right, Liza. That's a good way to put it, too. But I will say, and that's really all I was doing, was just showing it to you guys, giving you some info if you didn't see it, and knowing that you're going to be able to get it here anytime you want to look at something, okay? We keep this stuff. We'll always have it. There's 2 or 3 of us, or 3 or 4 of us that are going to have it. So you can go to any one of us and we'll show it, be able to give you whatever. And it's good to have. Now, when the trial comes, this is going to be a good tool to refer to, okay? Because at that point, then we're going to know this was for this, this was for that, this was for this, this was for that.
Yep.
That's when it's going to be nice to have this, okay? If it convicts this monster, I'm good with whatever they have to do. Right. That's right. And at the same time, Liza, I want to know who else is involved in this, because I cannot allow myself to believe that this man did this by himself. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
The more we find out, the harder it is for me to believe that. And he bought the knife. We do know that. Right. Now,
I did, hon. Thank you.
Awesome, Kim. Thank you for that, Kim. That was awesome of you.
Yeah, that was very sweet.
She deserves it by all means, believe me. What was I going to say?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't apologize to me. You're not allowed to tell me sorry. You do too much for me to tell me sorry for anything. Although I did just completely go brain dead again. Oh yeah. He bought the knife. This does give us that. The DNA thing, I'm still struggling on, dude. I really am, especially with all of these newly brought out. Is he innocent, and is he going to be exonerated? Everybody, there's a lot of people now, guys, that believe that he didn't do this. That he had nothing to do with it, not even just half, but nothing at all. That he's been completely framed, that he's been set up, and this and that and everything else. I mean, come on. I can't believe that. I can't believe that at all. They're digging that deep because they don't have enough answers. That's what I'm saying, Sherry. I think they were struggling from the beginning with this. One, we know that they weren't anticipating how to investigate this. They've never dealt with this, okay? So it's a learning experience. I get that. I think once they got their ducks in a row, though, I think they started rolling like they should. What's up, Donna? Good to see you. It's okay.
Hey, Donna.
Excuse me. They believe this because Ellie isn't giving them anything. Their minds are running. And I can't do that right now. So, I don't know. I don't know. See, like I said, I started feeling like Enan Harsh might have been involved somehow. But I'm struggling with myself with that now. Like I said, because he's not in custody. He's not. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to think at this point on this. I mean, I really have my ideas about certain things. I'm guaranteeing you that I know how or one certain way. But this is a big mess. To be honest with you, there's a lot. There's too much involved in this. But. All right, Heather. Thanks, hon. I'll see you tonight.
Bye, Heather.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. By the way, I didn't put this up earlier. If anybody wanted to give a call in and talk about anything that we talked about, please feel free. I should put that up sooner. at any time, you're more than welcome. We'd love to hear from you always. You think? Turn that down, please. So you think that
Bryan got boned? What?
or Bryan is boned?
Hmm?
Like he's gonna get it.
Bored? Supposed to be bored?
No, boned. I think boned like in he's screwed. Like he's going to prison.
Oh. I'm like, hmm?
I don't know, Red. I mean, I feel like he is too. Like they have enough on him, but I'm his attorney. I looked up some of hers. Like she's pretty good. She makes me nervous.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's got multiple attorneys and he knows what he's doing himself makes me nervous. You know. I know that he at least is partially involved at the very minimum. Okay. Probably mostly involved, but there's got to be one other person in some sense that's involved in this. And I'm never going to let that go until they prove me wrong. So there's that. By the way, tomorrow we're going to look at something that I really blew my mind today. I blew my own mind. We're going to go into, unless I get a call back. By the way, I did get contacted back, you guys, by Michelle Romaine. The Joanne Romaine case that we looked at last week, I think it was the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
Her daughter contacted me and said that she wanted to talk with us, and that they could use, they're interested in any little bit of help that they can get from anyone. So she will be contacting me back soon, I hope. I was supposed to contact her Friday, but I got sick, so I couldn't. So I'm sorry, but she's going to be contacting me back, and I'm going to talk to her and see if she'd be interested in interviewing with us here live, get some info, and we can go head first back into that one some more, because that's what I promised her, that we were going to be definitely looking into it, because we feel the same way she does about that case, guys.
Absolutely.
If you don't remember that one, it was the one that was on Dateline as well as Unsolved Mysteries, the woman that they thought unalived herself by jumping into the Detroit River in her high heels, that we all know didn't happen. I feel so bad for her family and her. 1 second, everybody, please.
Okay. No, I didn't hear that.
All right, sorry about that, everyone.
Interesting.
Did you guys hear OJ's take on? No, I'd be afraid to hear that. I would definitely be afraid to hear that one. At this point, I don't know. I'll have to check into it though.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah, definitely. So anyway, I'm waiting to hear back from Michelle Romaine about that. And like I said, that should be an interesting interview. I'd like to hear and find out what they have as of right now in regards to that. As you guys know, none of us think that was what it was. And tomorrow, unless Michelle says that she calls today and wants to do tomorrow, we are going to talk about the Nicola Bully case again, even if it's just partly what we're going to talk about, because I found something that blew my own mind, that I found on my own. Welcome, Sylvia. Good to see you.
Hey, Sylvia.
Okay.
Hey, LJD3. Mouthful.
What is that? LJD3. LJD3. I love these names. We talked about it, but I didn't see. I'm gonna have to go look that up now. Did you see it, Gina? So yeah, if you guys remember when we had went over the CCTV footage of Nikki with the loading the back of the hatch in the truck and all that, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And I kept showing you guys the face is different. This is that. This and that. Well, first of all, I believe that the footage has been cut. Okay. I saw that CCTV video of Paul getting in the car that morning. That I didn't see, Sherry. That's new to me. But when I kept telling you guys that's not Nikki, I kept telling you I was making the jokes about Emma's face looking like Schwarzenegger and all that stuff. Remember, the jaw lines were all different. All that. I found proof, guys, in that video. I analyzed that video again by myself, quietly, over and over in slow motion, and you know what I found? And I didn't even look at it the first time. And then there was something else that got brought. That another video I was watching, or I wasn't watching it, but somebody had DM'd me and said they were watching it. Said to look at her socks. They're different, folks. It's clipped. Like they put two pieces of a video together and said it was the same day, but it's not. That's one part. You know the part where it shows Nikki lifting the hatch to the back of the vehicle? With this hand, her right hand, there's a ring on this finger that Emma wears. It's a black onyx ring, a small black onyx ring. Nikki doesn't wear jewelry on her fingers. Every picture we saw of her, she had no jewelry on.
Right.
That ring is Emma's ring. It was on that hand lifting that hatch to that door.
Cool.
I couldn't believe it. I almost cried when I saw that. I'm like, I knew it. I knew I was right, and you can see it clear as day. And in the other videos that they did, there's two videos I saw. You can see it clear as day. She's actually in a video holding a wine glass in one hand with Nikki, and that ring's right there. And then there's another one where she's doing an interview after Nikki disappeared, and she's got the ring spun around this way, but it's still on her hand. Okay. And so did I, Sylvia.
Yep.
Me and Pamela were talking about it a lot this morning before I even went live because it was driving me nuts. And Pamela is our teammate over there. You know what I mean? That knows all about it. But yeah, I mean it is 100% in my opinion. That was proof to me. We're gonna go back and check it out for sure.
Yeah, I want to see these.
Just Grizzly had a show today that had a picture of CCTV footage of Paul with the car door open. Okay. Well, we know what we're doing tomorrow, then, folks. We're gonna go back and we're gonna check that out. I'm gonna show that to you. We're gonna check this out. I mean, I'm sure Gisella's done the same stuff we're doing, so she ain't gonna mind if we do it. But if I show any of her stuff, I'll shout her out anyway, like I do. But regardless, so that's what we're doing tomorrow, guys. Tonight, don't forget, we're doing Wolf Creek tonight, guys. The true story behind the movie. Check it out, 7 Eastern Central Time. I hope to see you guys here. It should be a good story. It really is a good story, to be honest with you. It's weird. Sounds like someone didn't know their own vehicle, huh? Yeah, there's more to this. I've been telling you guys, and I know Mama Bear agrees with this because she has too. From day one, this is not the way it's been looking. Okay, this right. Nikki Bully thing is completely different from what they've been telling us.
Absolutely.
And I knew we were right. When I saw that ring, I just about fell over. I'm telling you, I could not believe it. I'm like, thank you, God, because there was something I was looking for to try to find a way other than the obvious differences in the faces, okay? And then the hair and the feet, the height. Somebody even said that she walked differently in that video to make herself, because her gait is different than Nikki. She's smaller. Nikki was taller, more prominent, you know, and that her walk and things were, the gait she had was different. I'm like, okay, so I'm watching for that. And I finally looked at it. I seen that ring and I was like, wait a minute. And I went back. First of all, Nikki never had any rings on her hands that I ever saw. But then I went back and checked the one video, two videos I saw, and Emma's wearing that damn ring. I couldn't believe it. That was perfect, though. So, again, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, I want to definitely see that with the vehicle thing, because interesting. We drive on the right. He was on the passenger door. Right. So,
I was going to ask that. If
right. They're on the opposite side. It's okay, Sylvia, hon. I understand. you're here. You wanted to come see me for some reason, so that's all that matters.
Yep. Just glad you popped in, even
Yes,
if it's for a minute.
And I owe you guys apologies. I've been sick, and I haven't been here, so I owe you guys some makeup stuff, you know, extra stuff, whatever, goofy, who knows, whatever. I don't know, whatever I'll do. I'll be here best I can be, guys. Again, guys, thank you so much for everything you guys do for my channel, that channel, your channel, our channel, because it is our channel, guys. You guys do it all. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here, period. Moderators, you are amazing as always. Thank you guys all for being here. Mama Bear, I don't even have to tell you. You already know. It only took me 10 minutes of being here, and she was like, yeah, I better get out there before he ruins everything. Because you guys know that's how it went. And I love you for that. Thank you so much. It might have been a mess, I'm telling you. Like I said, my head is still not, I don't even think I'm me yet. So we'll just put it that way. Again, guys, tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Eastern. Yeah, anyway, Eastern time. Slow down. I'm talking too fast again. All right, Sylvia, that's great. I'll be looking for you tomorrow. And you guys, I hope you have a great rest. Well, I'll see you later in a few hours, but have a great rest of your afternoon. Again, love you guys to death. Do not change a thing about yourself because you guys are a beautiful people. Don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was something else me and Pamela were talking about, was the fact that you don't even have to open those. You just pop the key fob and it opens itself. So it is what it is.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah. We'll be talking about all that stuff tomorrow. But again, thank you guys for everything. I love you guys to death. I will see you guys all in a couple hours. Have a great one, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again, Mama Bear.
You're welcome. Love you all.
Bye-bye.
do.